Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second anniversary live stream for War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I'm Maxwell Powers, and I will be your host for the day. With that said, let's get right into it. We have a ton of new information to share with all of you about the global version of War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Now, just a quick bit of housekeeping. I'd like to let our audience know that this live stream is being conducted under all of the recommended coronavirus countermeasures. Now, please join me in welcoming today's guests. First, we have Kei Hirono, the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius series producer.
Hi, hello everyone. Long time no see. I am series producer of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. My name is Kei Hirono. Please enjoy this live stream. なんだろう Check it out! Yeah!
All right, thank you. And of course, we have with us Hiroki Fujimoto, the producer of War of the Visions global version.
Woo. Hi, 大家好. Hello everyone. I'm Hiroki. I'm the producer of War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm very happy to celebrate the second anniversary of War of the Vision with you. Thank you very much.
Hey, all right. And last but not least, we have Mr. Justin Irwin, the community manager. Say hi, Justin.
Hello, everybody. It's me again, up above, up here. But yes, I'm Justin, the community manager. I can't believe it's been 2 years already, and I'm excited to share all of the information with everybody today. So hello.
All right, fantastic. So today we're not only going to be presenting updates, we're also going to announce the results of the second Vision Card Design Contest from last year, hold the finals of the PvP tournament, and much more. So be sure to stick around till the very end. But for now, let's begin with a campaign announcement. We're currently holding a Twitter campaign. The URL for this live stream is currently posted on the War of the Visions official Twitter page. If you follow the account and retweet the post, you'll be entered in a lottery, and 10 people will be chosen to receive an original Tapestry. Now, the Tapestry we got here, let's check this out. Ooh, look at that. This is gorgeous.
はい、これですね。こちらの生放送のね、サムネイルにもなっている2周年を記念をして特別に書き下ろしたイラストになっています。
So we had this illustration drawn especially for the second anniversary, and if you were looking at the live stream before we started, it's the exact same as the image that we used for the thumbnail of the live stream.
はい、ぜひね、多くの方にね、番組を見ていただきたいので、ぜひ拡散をお願いします。概要欄にキャンペーンのリンク貼ってますので、そちらをご覧ください。
And of course, the more people are watching this live stream, the happier we all are. So tell your friends. You can see the campaign link in the description. So get all your friends to come watch the live stream and celebrate with us.
All right, sounds good. So everybody get into that Twitter poll. All right, so let's get to our very first segment. This is New Information Part 1. Thank you. All right, so in this segment, we are going to tell you all sorts of new info related to the game's second anniversary, and I'm just going to let Justin explain the rest. So Justin, take it away, please.
Awesome. We'll be happy to. But hey everybody, Justin here. So of course, I have lots of updates for you today. So let's start with this. Our second anniversary campaigns. Allow me to explain the various campaigns that we'll be holding, so please have a look.
はい、2周年を記念してですね、こちらのキャンペーンが開催中、期間中に開催されます。
And of course, right here on the slide in front of you, you can see all the campaigns we've got for the second anniversary.
Indeed. So, starting from March 23rd, we have the second anniversary Guild Challenge missions, Story Quests JP and EXP Triple Up campaign, Story Quests Item Drop Triple Up campaign, Unit Hard Quest Item Drop Double Up campaign, and the Friend Gift campaign. Pretty awesome stuff. And then, we also have some more. On March 30th, you can enjoy the following. Event Quest JP and Experience Triple Up campaign, Day Quests Item Drop Triple Up campaign, Vision Card Hard Quest Item Drop Double Up campaign, Free Match campaign, Arena campaign, and that's it. There's a lot going on.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Justin. ね、すごいもうお得なキャンペーンがもう盛りだくさんなので、ぜひね、この機会を逃さず遊んでください。
Thanks for that explanation, Justin. And as you can see, we use the word campaign quite a lot because there are a lot of campaigns going on. So take the opportunity to enjoy them all.
はい、またですね、2周年のお祝いで特別に3月の23日から、4月の26日までですね、ファイナルファンタジーシリーズの召喚を行いたいと思います。今まで War of the Visions で登場したファイナルファンタジー1、ファイナルファンタジー4、ファイナルファンタジー7リメイク、ファイナルファンタジー10、ファイナルファンタジー15のユニットとビジョンカードの入手育成ができる絶好の機会ですので、ぜひ手に入れてみてください。
And of course, in addition to all those campaigns that we just saw on screen, in celebration of the second anniversary, we're going to be having some special Final Fantasy series summons running from March 23rd to April 26th. And these feature the Final Fantasy titles that have made an appearance in War of the Visions so far. And listing them off, we've got Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Final Fantasy 10, and Final Fantasy 15. And of course, during these summons, you can get units and vision cards from the past Final Fantasy collaborations that we've been running. So this is a great chance to get your hand on those units that appeared in those summons, or to train them up and make your team more powerful.
All right, sounds excellent. That's a lot for players to celebrate. So everybody be sure to log in during the campaign period. But that is not all.
そうですね。最新情報はまだあります。2周年を記念してですね、グローバルオリジナルの要素を、2つご紹介します。まず1つ目ですが、先ほどオープニングでお見せしたタペストリーの2周年イラストですが、なんとこちらをですね、ビジョンカード化します。
And of course, we've got some more stuff for you to sink your teeth into. We've got 2 new global original in-game things coming to celebrate the anniversary. And the first one is a set of vision cards based on the Tapestry that you just saw.
Very cool. All right. Let's take a look. Yeah, there we go.
All right, that's right. So these stats and abilities, the stats and abilities of these vision cards are easy to put to use for good players. For players of all, whether you're a longtime player, new to the fray, or returning after a break. These vision cards will be sent to the present boxes on March 23rd and March 30th, respectively. So be sure to log in and get yours.
Excellent.
はい。そしてもう一つ2つ目、こちらのアイテムが登場します。
And then number 2, we've got a special item. Let's take a look at it.
はい。はい。ジャスティンがですね、いつも皆さんに顔を見せるときにヘッドホンをしていますが、それにね、なんかちょっと似てるかななんて思いますけども、アイテムの名前はですね、傾聴者の耳当てです。ジャスティンはプレイヤーやね、コミュニティの声をいつも傾聴してますね。なのでそのような人がいつもつけてるアイテムということで今回作りました。
And of course, as you can probably tell, we've got these headphones on screen. They're called the Overwatcher's ear guards, and they look just like the headphones as you can see in Justin on the right-hand side on your slide. They look just like his own headphones. And Justin is always watching over the community and listening to what you have to say, so we thought this would be a perfect way to commemorate him. So you can get your hands on these items in-game and LARP as Justin a little bit if you want to.
That's right. So these ear guards will give players a JP boost, as you can see on the screen there. And just like the producer's jacket from last time, they've got a great defense stat. And having the acquired JP up effect will make it super useful when training your units. This item will be sent to the present boxes on March 23rd, so please look forward to that coming soon.
はい。これからもね、皆さんに喜んでもらえるものを、ようなことをね、どんどん作っていきたいと思いますんで、ぜひね、感想やご意見などどんどんください。
And of course, one of our big goals of the development team is to continue to create games and experiences that make you happy. So please tell us your thoughts and what you'd like to see us put in the game.
またですね、この期間ですね、モントとマシュリーなど特定のユニットをホーム画面にセットすると、期間限定で2周年特別仕様のボイスが流れます。今だけしか聞けないボイスなので、ぜひね、試してみてください。
And of course, one more thing we have to help kick off the celebrations for the second anniversary is that we've got a set of special second anniversary voices on the home screen. And you can listen to these voices by putting certain units such as Montleonis or Mashiri as your home unit on the screen. But you can only hear these voices during the duration of the event, so make sure to check those out before the period expires.
はい。では次のね、発表情報に行きますね。次の発表はこちらです。
Okay, so let's go right on to our next announcement. Let's take a look.
はい。 2022年3月16日、水曜日の0時から4月の12日火曜日の23時59分の期間で WORLD VISIONS FFBE と Final Fantasy XIV の復刻コラボが開催されます。
And of course, we're happy to announce to you that starting on March 16th at midnight and running until April 12th at 11:59 p.m., we're going to have a rerun of the Final Fantasy XIV collaboration.
イエーイ
Alright.
はい。皆さんね、ご存知かとは思いますけども、改めて Final Fantasy XIV の紹介をしたいと思います。
And of course, many of you probably already know about Final Fantasy XIV, but for those of you who don't, let's go over a quick overview of the game.
ジャスティンお願いします。
Justin, if you would.
Of course. So, Final Fantasy XIV is an RPG set in a massive online world in which you create your own Warrior of Light and experience a critically acclaimed Final Fantasy adventure. The latest expansion pack, Endwalker, came out this past December and features not only the climax of the long-running Hydaelyn and Zodiac story arc, but also new jobs to play, areas to explore, and a whole lot more. If you haven't already started, now is a great time to jump in and experience everything Final Fantasy XIV has to offer. I hear there is quite the free trial, and with it you can play both A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward, basically 2 full Final Fantasy titles worth of story and gameplay for free. Not to mention, you can binge the entire story arc without the wait, and you'll be ready for new adventures in the next big update, patch 6.1, which is coming in April. Check out the links on the screen for more details, and we hope to see all of you in Izoria as well.
はい。というわけでね、Final Fantasy XIV の復刻コラボの、詳細を見ていきたいと思います。
And so let's take a look at the details of this collaboration we're going to be having.
All right, so this time around, Thancred will be getting his EX job. He is a light type unit who functions as both a formidable attacker and a sturdy tank. And his offensive capabilities will be brought to new heights with the EX Gunbreaker job. All right, let's take a look at Blasting Zone 2. So his EX job gives him the new ability, Blasting Zone 2. This ability lowers the defense of targets within range for 3 turns, then deals a medium amount of damage.
All right, what's next?
All right, next we have Super Bolide 2. So when using Super Bolide, Thancred consumes his own HP to erect a barrier that reduces damage 3 times. His EX job will now allow this ability to be enhanced to Super Bolide 2. Not only will this create the same damage-reducing barrier, but it will also lower AP consumption for 3 turns as well. His support ability Camouflage will be upgraded to Camouflage 2 and raise both missile attack resistance and defense piercing rate. But Thancred isn't the only one getting an EX job. Yashtola's job will also see an upgrade. All right, so Y'shtola, who specializes in potent area of effect magic attacks, will receive a big boost to her magic attack resist piercing rate with her EX job. This will allow her to effectively deal damage to units with high magic attack resistance. She will also gain the ability Scion's Greater Fire. Let's take a look. So this ability will raise her magic attack resist piercing rate for 3 turns, then deal medium fire damage to targets within range based on her magic stat. This is especially effective against units with high magic attack resistance. All right, now we're going to take a look at Xenoglossy. So her Xenoglossy ability will be enhanced to Xenoglossy 2, which will bestow Man-Eater, then deal a large amount of fire damage to the target based on her magic stat. That makes this ability very advantageous to have during PvP battles. All right, so next up we have Inoki 2. Let's take a look at that.
That's right.
Doesn't have the video?
We don't have the video for this one.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
We did that.
Sorry. All right, so Inokian will become Inokian 2 and raise her magic attack resist piercing rate and accuracy. The boost to accuracy will make it easier to hit units with high agility and luck, while the increased magic attack resist piercing rate will enable her to damage units with high resistance.
はい、そしてですね、今回新たに新コラボビジョンカードが取れます。
And in addition to all of that, we're going to be releasing a new collaboration vision card.
こちらか、こちら。
Guys,
Guys, we rehearsed this.
Scions of Twilight is a UR Vision card with the cost of 70. Its party ability is limited to light type units and increases slash, attack, piercing rate, and max HP. At max level, it also increases magic attack resistance. Its bestowed effects are also limited to light type units. They grant attack up, dark attack resistance up, and lower critical hit rate.
はい、またですね、グローバルオリジナルの効果としてサンクレット限定で HP アップ、そしてヤシュトラ限定で魔法攻撃力アップがつきます。
I'm also pleased to announce that this Vision card has an original effect for the global version. If you equip it to Thancred, it will raise his HP, and if you equip it to Yashtola, it will raise her magic attack.
ぜひね、ユニットと合わせてですね、ゲットしてみてください。
So of course you're going to want to get your hands not just on the new units, but on the new Vision card as well.
That's right. So allow me to explain how you can obtain these units, their shards, and mind spheres. You can obtain both Thancred and Yashtola as login bonuses. You can also get your hands on their shards via these methods. All right, so for Thancred, the Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers Collaboration reissue login bonus, challenge missions, Tombstone of Goetia B exchange shop, Final Fantasy XIV event summon tickets, summon medal exchange shop, the normal shop, and Chocobo Expedition. And for Yashtola, we have milestones, quest missions, challenge missions, Tombstone of Goetia B exchange shop, Final Fantasy XIV event summon tickets, Final Fantasy XIV summon medal exchange shop, Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers collaboration reissue shop, and the Chocobo Expedition. All right, and you can get the Final Fantasy XIV UR unit mind spheres needed to unlock Thancred's EX job from the Tombstone of Goetia B exchange shop, login bonuses, challenge missions, and other means. But you'll need to complete the special challenge missions to get your hands on Yashtola's mind spheres. You can acquire unit shards and mind spheres just by enjoying the event itself, so please look forward to it.
はい。もうジャスティン、いっぱいありがとうございました。
Thanks, Justin. That took a little while. Thank you for that.
で、皆さんにね、大好評だったファイナルファンタジー14が EX 化されて帰ってきますので、ぜひこの機会にね、ゲットして遊んでもらえると嬉しいです。
We know that Final Fantasy XIV is one of the more popular titles in the series, in the franchise, and so we hope you get a chance to get these units and make the most of their EX updates.
All right, well, Justin, Hiroki-san, thank you guys so much. And this concludes New Information Part 1. I feel like I'm being applauded and I don't deserve it. Okay, so moving on to our next segment, we have the second anniversary special quiz! Woo! All right, so War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius is turning 2 years old this year, so we'll ask some questions that look back on those years. We'll be using YouTube's survey feature to ask multiple choice questions. So you'll be able to choose the answer you think is correct in the chat column that you use to write the comments, which we are keeping an eye on. Thank you guys. And the choice that receives the highest percentage of votes will be taken as the community's final answer. So, Hiroki-san, will our viewers be receiving anything for getting these answers right?
はい。ですね、こちらはですね、皆さんの正解率によってもらえるプレゼントが変わります。
So of course the reward that you guys get, it depends on the number of correct answers you get.
こちらをご覧ください。
Let's take a look.
はい。クイズは全部で4問です。正解数が0で1を区切る。正解数が1問で2を区切る。正解数が3問、2問で3を区切る。正解数が3問で4を区切るで、全問正解で5を区切るになります。ぜひ全問正解を目指して頑張ってください。
So the quiz contains a total of 4 questions, and you can see the rewards right here on the screen. For every answer you get correct, we'll add another 100 million gil. So 0 answers is 100 million gil, 1 correct answer is 200 million gil, 2 answers is 300 million gil, 3 answers is 400 million gil, and 4 answers is 500 million gil. So do your best, everyone, to grab that 500 million gil.
500 million gil. Okay, guys, well, come on, we can do this. So let's get this show on the road. And let's start off with question number 1. So, question number 1 we have there. The motif on the flag of Leonis is the lion, but which way is the lion facing when you look at it? 1, right, 2, left, 3, front, 4, back. And now this is an easy one, but you have to keep in mind that this is from your perspective, not the lion's. So choose the answer based on how you see the lion on your screen. And let's start that clock and get about 20 seconds or so on the clock. So this is a very easy giveaway one, right? It's like everybody should know this one immediately. Yeah, so it should not be a problem. Guys, come on, we got to get that 500 million Gil. Let's do it. And we don't actually have a clock, but let's, and we're saying that, okay, time is up. So let's see what everybody put down as their answer. And it looks like, let's see how many people answered and what kind of answers we got here. Check it out. Okay. Like,
今チェックしてます。少々お待ちください。
We're just double checking everything on our end, guys.
すごい
Hang on
す
just a
ごい
second.
748票とかだよ。
おーす
oh
ごい
yeah, okay.
It's
So
got
すごい
700 something votes right there.
700 votes. Wow, thank you guys so much. Yeah, this is awesome. All right, let's see how this survey feature is going.
Left.
This is the part we couldn't. So it's an easy one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very easy. Oh, yeah, here.
Okay, and it looks like we have 57% saying left, 40% saying right, 0% forward, and 0% back. So left, 57%. That's actually kind of split almost in the middle there. It's also more than 100%. I don't know how that works, but well, anyway, not quibbling over details. Let's see what the correct answer was. And the correct answer is right. So if you guessed right, you were right.
Oops, it was right, wasn't it? Sorry about that, everyone.
そうか、こっちから見たときね。
Right.
Oh, right, from our perspective, right? Okay, I get it.
僕はちょっと
Our perspective,
その
that's-
リオニス
that's the
側から
tricky
見ちゃった。
I
ラ
was
イオン
looking at
側
it
か
from
ら
the
見ちゃった
perspective of the lion, sorry.
だから結構ね、回答が
多分
結構
それで割れたんじゃ
ね。
ないかなと思うんですよ。僕
Yeah, I think that's probably the
そう
reason
そう
why
そう
opinions were divided on the
レフ
final
ト入れた
answer.
人は多分このライオンの気持ちになった。
So I think the people who chose left were looking at it from the perspective of the lion.
All right, and that was the easiest question on this quiz. So here we go. Let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2 is, all right, which is the most used unit in PvP? 1, Helena, aka the Black Robed Witch. 2, Zazan the Unkillable. 3, Dwayne. And 4, Frevia. What is the answer here? Okay, let's get that timer started. Everybody start casting your votes. See what the correct answer is on this one. This is a little bit tricky. Hiroki-san, can you give us a hint for this one?
まあそうですね。まあでもきっとね、この放送を見てくださってる方だったら、まあゲームをプレイしてる感じで、まあ大体わかるんじゃないかなと思います。
そうっすね。
So I think probably those of you who are watching this live stream are people who play the game quite a lot. So maybe you actually don't need a hint from me.
ヒロキと同じこうイニシャルで始まるキャラクターなんじゃないかな。
あ
I think probably it starts with the same letter as Hiroki. That's my guess.
Okay, all right. We're just nerfing this thing for you. All right, here we go. Let's find out who voted for what. Let's see if we can get the percentages up on the screen here. And it looks like a whopping 95% have voted for Helena, aka the Black Robed Witch, 2% Dwayne, and 1% Zazan the Unkillable, and nobody for Flavia. All right. Well, I think the results are overwhelming, but let's find out what the correct answer was. What is the correct answer? Boom.
Helena.
And there you have it. Helena was the correct answer. Right, it's first initial. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay. All right, moving right along. Let's get into question number 3. All right, question number 3 is, as of today, March 12th, 2022, how many vision cards have been released? 1, 114. 2, 124. 3, 134. 4, 144. This is hard. This is a very hard one. It's like nobody's counting. We have a general idea of how many it was, but not quite. So let's get the votes started. Let's put the timer on the clock. We don't have a clock or a timer, but we'll just see how many people vote. So everybody go ahead and vote. This is a tricky one. Hirono-san, can we get a hint?
ちょっと皆さんの考えてるよりも多めのモアザンなんですかね、ハイヤーな感じで入れてる。ハイヤーナンバー
More than you think.
So yeah, I think it's a higher number than you might be thinking, everybody.
All right, let's find out how everybody voted. Come on, 500 million Gil. All right, so let's see what the percentages are real quick. Do we have the percentages? Okay, no. All right, let's just move on to what the correct answer is then, huh? Okay, let's find out what the correct answer is. Let's go. Boom. Oh. It's a live show. It's a live show. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
So we have 42% voted for 144. We have 27% who voted for 124, 20% voted for 134, and 9% voted for 114. So the vote is pretty much split quite evenly among the three top choices, but 144 with 42% has the most votes. Let's see if you guys were correct. What is the correct answer? Hey! All right, way to go, everybody, picking up on all these hints and getting all these answers correct. We are going to get that 500 million Gil. So now we're going to move on to the fourth question, number 4. But before we do, we have a quick video for you. Pay attention. This is important. Go.
Spirits move on like a free bird in flight, flying so high. This brilliant ring of light. I'm binding my fate to a star of fate. So true, visions that I'll never forget. So blue, I'm strong of a truth, and that doesn't bind the heart. I'll follow that, waiting the dawn. Will you choose hope or desire or give up? Will you choose pain or will you choose
All right, and that was the animated video for War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and we have question 4 up on the screen right there. How many times did Mont swing his sword during the video? And this is the most confusing thing ever. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 4, 0. Come on, guys, really? Okay, so that is a tricky question, so I hope everybody was paying attention. This is a really hard one, boy. So, just to clarify, Mont swinging his sword does mean the full range of the swing. So that means lifting it overhead, then swinging it downward counts as one time, one swing of the sword. That's really hard.
いやこれ難しいでしょ。
This is way too difficult.
もう一回見ます？
You want to take a look again, everyone?
We can take a look. Wait, okay. Well, in that case, let's roll the video again.
数えなきゃね。数えなきゃね。
Gotta count, everyone. Gotta count.
This time with commentary.
振ってないよね。
All
まだ剣持ってないもんね。
Doesn't have his sword quite yet.
これは1回じゃないよね。
This one doesn't count, right?
That question is way too.
そら、こら、いや、こら、いや、1回、1回、1回、1
Okay,
回。
that's one. That's one.
1回。
Okay. So we're getting lots of comments saying like, yeah, we already voted. So we voted right. Come on, we're getting a second chance at this. So it's like, oh no, I already voted. Oh, jerk. So for all the people who already voted, oh boy, we hope we don't mess up the count on this thing.
意外に少ない。
It's actually not as many as I thought.
もう後半に入ってる。
We're in the second half already.
いた。痛い。
There we go. There's
2
one.
回目ね。
That's number 2.
That's two. That's two.
あ、2回か。
2?
2回なんじゃないですかこれ。
Is that right? 2?
わかんない。どれなんだろう。
I'm not sure anymore.
2回 ?3 回
Guys are supposed to
three?
know.
もっと振ってた
Is that right, everybody?
あれ
Wait, it's not over yet. Hang on.
あれ
Huh?
あれ
Huh?
これ
Okay.
上から下まで
And we're back. So one full stroke of the sword counts as one.
2回だよね。
This is 2, right?
Right. All right. Well, anyway, let's hope that everybody gets this one correct. Let's check out what the final, the correct answer is. Let's see what it is. What's the correct answer? Is it going to be 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 0? Love to see the percentages. Oh, there's like 40% of people said 3 times, but that might have been before we showed the video the second time. And 3 times is the overwhelming majority. So 40% of you voted 3 times, 33% of you voted 4 times, 20% of you voted 2 times, and 4% said 0. Oh man, this is a nail biter. What's the correct answer gonna be here? All right, let's check out the correct answer. Oh, we don't have a side.
We don't have a
side.
The correct answer is...
It's 2, right?
Right,
2.
so we have the correct answer, and the correct answer is... Are you sure?
2 times?
Are you sure?
2 times.
Is 2. He said 1 person. I was like, no way that's correct. Yes, the correct answer is 2, everybody. So that was the correct answer. So I don't think we got... Yeah. Oh no. It's like, all right. So that's okay. We still have several 100 million gil coming in. That's no worries. So that was question number 4, and that was the last question that we had.
でも1
So,
問目の
yeah,
はち
that
ょっ
was
と
only 2 out
first
of
one was a little-
4. The first one was tricky. So I said, like, you
そ
know,
う僕はもう
from your
1
perspective,
問
not
目
the
は
Lions.
ね、
First one, yeah.
ライオンの気持ちになってみんなでレフトって入れたはずなんですよ絶対。
Right.
I think a lot of you probably were thinking from the perspective of the lion, and that's why you put in left.
そうこれはもう見方によって正解が変わるってやつですから。
So I guess this could be considered correct depending on how you view it.
はい。
and
多様性ですから。
Yes. Okay.
Everything's all about diversity.
Yes, and there was a mistake there. We got 3 out of 4 correct. So 3 out of 4 correct means that we have 400 million gil coming in for all the users. So congratulations, everybody. And that is the end of the quiz.
そうですね、まあ最初のちょっとね、ちょっとどっちの気持ちになるかによってちょっと違ったりとかもしたので、最後もう一つだけじゃあ、問題をね、
あ、もう一本。
もう一個だけ用意しました。
So of course, I feel a little bad that we kind of baited you with the very first one, depending on how you view it. So I think we'll give you one bonus question here.
でもしこれに正解したら全問正解。
あ、いいですね、いいですね。
いうことにしましょう。
いいですね。
So if you get this one right, then we'll have considered you to have gotten all the questions right.
4 questions,
ヒロ
right?
キパワー、ヒロキパワーです。
All right, cool. All right, let's do it. All right, so question number 5. And okay, here we go. Question number 5. Let's check it out. Question number 5 is, what will happen in March 2030? Number 1, the War of the Visions 10th anniversary live stream. Number 2, War of the Visions 10th anniversary world tour. Number 3, War of the Visions 10th anniversary fan meeting. And number 4, War of the Visions 10th anniversary PvP tournament. Okay, we have to make a prediction for what's going to happen in 8 years. All right, everybody, start voting.
みんながやりたいことも書いてもらっていいんでね。
もうこれはもうノーヒントです。
There's no hint. You can write whatever one you want.
はい、みんながやりたいことをやってほしいことを入れちゃいましょう。
So say what you want to happen. Make that your vote.
Yes. Okay, so this is an excellent way for everybody to tell us exactly which one of these you want most out of all 4 of these. All right, and it looks like the votes are in. Let's check out what the tally is, if we can see that. It's a live show. Who knows what's gonna happen?
まあ僕はワールドツアーやりたいですけどね。
Personally, I want to do a world
The
tour.
world tour would, that would be amazing. The fan meeting would also be awesome. All right, let's see if those percentages are in. Yep, here we go. All right, so it looks like 77% said, 10th anniversary live stream. Sure, of course. I think that's a given. And 13% said a world tour. All right, cool. 4% fan meeting. Really, that's all. And a 4% for the PvP tournament as well. And we had 951 votes. Thank you guys so much. So you didn't have any hints for us.
Okay.
But what is the correct answer,
はい。
Hiroki-san?
じゃあ皆さんね、回答ありがとうございます。
Everyone, thank you so much for your votes.
皆さんの回答は振りますライブストリームなので1番ですね。
So everyone's most votes were for the live stream, right? Number 1.
正解は
The correct answer is
Number 1!
number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
All of them.
all of them.
All of them. Yes. ね、まあ皆さんね回答ありがとうございます。本当にね全問正解ですこれで。6ギルゲット。
Thank you, everyone. So we're going to consider you have voted all the questions correctly, so you'll get all the rewards.
はいね、やっぱ8年後皆さんがね答えてくれたものがね本当に、正解になるようにですね我々も頑張って運営していきたいなと思ってます。
And of course, the team is going to work really hard so that 8 years from now, we'll be able to make all those dreams come true and bring all of them to you.
まあ実際はまあ8年後の話なんでまだ何も決まってないですしでもねただ意気込みだけは絶対やりたいなと思ってますので、ぜひ皆さんもねこれからWOTV Visions、応援をお願いします。
And of course, 8 years is a really long time from now, so of course we can't share any concrete plans at present, but we're going to do our very best to bring you the best War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius that we can, and we hope you'll stick with us.
ね、ヒロさんどうですか？
そうですね、まあ少なくともFFB シリーズ全体で見るとまあ今も運営している FFB 自体はもう、グローバルで見ても7年目、
もうそうですね
に入るので、もうすでにも10年が見えてきている、ところまで来れました。で、まあ、ウォーザビジョンズに関しても、まあ、そういった作品に絶対していってですね、まあ、10年後の8年後かの10周年には、もうなんかね全体でこうすごく大きなことをやりたいね。
So, of course, speaking from the perspective of the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius series as a whole, of course, the global version of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, the original game, is in its 7th year, and it's coming up on its 10th anniversary really soon as well. And so for War of the Visions, you know, for 10 years, that's 8 years down the line, we want to do something big and special for that 10th anniversary as well. So we hope you'll be with us the whole time.
引き続き皆さんよろしくお願いします。
So hope you continue staying with us.
All right, thank you guys so much, Mr. Hirono, Mr. Hiroki. Thank you guys. So as Hiroki-san said, everybody is going to be receiving the full prize for getting 4 questions correct in total. So absolutely, congratulations, everybody. Great job. So thank you all so much for participating and enjoy that shiny mountain of gil you will receive as a reward. And with that, that concludes our quiz segment. Let's move on to our next segment. Which up next we have, boom, the War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Unit Rarity Upgrade Poll! So, the War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Unit Rarity Upgrade Poll between January 31st and February 13th. We asked everyone to vote on which unit they wanted to see upgraded from MR or lower to UR rarity. Now in this segment we're going to announce the top 3 and decide which one will become a winter UR unit.
はい、ね、皆さんたくさんの投票本当にありがとうございました。で、皆さんのね熱い思いを確かに受け取りました。
So first of all, before we start, I'd like to thank everyone who took the time to vote for their favorite characters, and it was very easy to tell how strong you felt about some of them.
All right, so with that, let's just get right into it. It's time to reveal our finalists. Here we go. So we have in first place Shadowlink, second place Adelard, third place Dario Horn. Now, we'd like everyone to cast one final vote to decide which of our top 3 will be upgraded to a UR unit. Shadowlinks, Adelard, or Dario Horn. Now, votes are going to be cast using the same YouTube survey feature that we did in the quiz just a second ago. And let's get that timer started. Let's get your votes in now as soon as you can. And it will be showing in the chat column, so make your choice there. So, who do you think will be the final winner? Who's going to be selected out of those 3?
いやー難しいね
It's a difficult
難
choice.
しいですね僕は
My head is in the way.
僕はダリオが1位取ってほしいなと思っていて、まあ、やっぱダリオ・ホルンって今このねなんすかねストーリーとしてすごく大きく絡んでくるキャラクター、まあどのキャラクターも絡んでくるんですけど、ダリオはすごくこうなんだろうなビネラとの件もあるし、この後続くアナザーストーリーでねダリアちゃんっていう女の子の子供もいる話だし、やっぱねダリオになんかもう一回こう活躍させたいんだよねって思っています。はい。
Let's let
Me personally, I think it's going to be Dario Horn is kind of the person who I'd really like to see be chosen for this unit poll. First of all, because Dario, I mean, every character is really involved in the story, right? But Dario especially is very deeply involved, both in the main story and then in the another story feature as well, where we find out more about how he has a kid and things like that. And so I'd like to see Dario kind of brought back to the forefront and become another main fixture in the story again.
Okay, sorry, just very quickly, the poll is going to be in the comment section, so let's get the poll started for one thing. Because everybody is voting via comment right now, so
すごいコメント。
Look at all those comments. Wow.
let's get the survey started. Let's get the poll going. Yes? Okay, and so while we're waiting for that, Hiroki-san, tell us who do you think is going to be selected?
そうですね。まあシャドーリンクスとかはね結構まあやっぱちょっと華やかな冬の装いっていうのをねちょっとぜひねなんか見てみたいかななんていう気もしますね。
So personally, I think Shadowlynx is who I'd like to see because Shadowlynx is a very colorful and beautiful character, and bringing that kind of spirit and fire to the game would be really great.
And it looks like the poll is up now, so everybody go ahead and cast your votes. All right, so we're not going to spend too much time on the voting. Just everybody, I think, has already had their minds made up. All right, so let's give it another few. But I mean, all of these characters, I mean, the art is gorgeous. They're fantastic
すごい投票めっ
characters.
ちゃ来てる。
No matter who wins,
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely. I think people are still going to be happy with the result.
いいね、みんなもっとコメントの流れ方が素晴らしいですね。もう
Oh yeah.
みんな
Awesome, just see the comments flood on the screen there.
いやこの盛り上がりいいですね、楽しいですね。
It's really cool to see everyone get all into it. It's great. It's great.
Right.
Okay, so
ジャ
let's.
スティン
Okay.
はどう思う？
Oh yeah,
ジャスティン
Justin.
Justin, what do you
Yeah,
think?
We haven't heard from you in a little while. Justin, what's up?
My voice. All right, so let's see. Personally, I think I agree with Hiroki. I think Shadowlynx is probably going to win. Although I have seen a lot of love for Adelard in chat today, so it makes me think maybe Salir has all these accounts. I don't know, but I do think Shadowlynx is going to win. She's cool. And she's a pretty popular MR unit. She's up there on the top of
Yeah, my head keeps
of
getting in
use.
the way.
So I think it's going to be Shadowlynx, but we'll see.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see if you're correct. Let's see if we can get those percentages up. Let's see. Okay, is the poll over? Like, can we see the percentages, please? All right. So there it goes. We should see it. All right. Here.
結構ドキドキしま
Moment
す
of
ね。
truth. Moment of truth. Here we go. We have 43% votes in for Shadowlynx, 28% for Adelard, and 28% for Dario Horn with 1,655 votes. That's way more than anybody did in the quiz. Fantastic. All right. And with that, Shadowlynx is your winner.
うわい
イエーイ シャドーリンクス人気ありますね。
Of course, Shadow Links really is quite popular.
Well, that was exciting to say the least. Oh, love these live shows.
はい。なので皆さん本当投票ありがとうございました。
So thank you everybody for voting in this popularity poll.
はい。シャドーリンクスに決まったということでですね、スタッフ一同力を入れてこのユニットをですね作成に励んでいきたいと思います。
And of course, the team and I are going to work very hard to make Shadow Links into a unit that you can all enjoy playing with.
ユニットをね作るのにちょっと時間かかりますので、リリース近くなりましたら皆さんに改めてお知らせしますので、続報をお待ちください。
And of course, making a new unit takes a little bit of time, so we ask for your patience as we continue the development process. But as soon as we have more information to share, we'll be happy to share it with you.
でまたですね、今回の事前の、投票数が6万票を、達成しましたので、投票にご協力いただいたプレイヤーの皆さんにお礼のプレゼントも用意しています。
And in the voting that we did before the live stream, we got more than 60,000 votes total. And so in thanks, we have a special gift for all of you.
はい、こちらの
Yep, you can see it right here.
はい、こちらのアイテムを皆さんにプレゼントしますので、生放送終わりましたらプレゼントボックスの方に配布いたしますので、ぜひ受け取ってください。
And of course, these items will be given to all players. So once the live stream is over, we'll send them to your present box. So go to your present box and claim the rewards when the live stream's done.
And it looks like we got over 60,000 votes in total, so everybody gets the best prize. That's fantastic. All right, so with that, that concludes our unit rarity upgrade poll segment.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
many rewards throughout this show. It's wonderful. All right, and now moving on to our next segment, which is, boom, the Vision Card Design Contest. All right, this is really cool. We got to see a little bit of this. So the second Vision Card Design Contest results. Last September, we asked players to submit their Vision Card designs, and today we will be announcing the winners. The theme this time was the second anniversary commemoration. So yeah, there you have it. The theme, second anniversary commemoration. Players submitted their illustrations that celebrate War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave, Exvius, and its second anniversary. The grand prize winning design will be released in-game as a Vision card. So I, for one, cannot wait to see which design comes out on top. And let's get right to it. First, let's see the nominees. And there you have it. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, these are all really gorgeous. So, Hirono-san, Hiroki-san, Justin, what do you guys think? Let's start with Hirono-san. Can we get your opinions on these wonderful
い
submissions?
やー素晴らしい作品ばかりで皆さん本当にありがとうございます。
All of these are really wonderful, every single one. Thank you so much.
本当もちろんねこの他にもいっぱいいろんな、たくさんのご応募いただき本当皆さんご応募いただいた皆さん本当ありがとうございました。
And of course, there are so many more wonderful designs other than the ones we're showing here on screen. So I'd like to thank everyone who took the time to make something and submit it to us.
本当はね全部ご紹介したいんですけども、ちょっとねスペースもの関係もありますのでこちらでノミネートを選ばせていただきました。
And of course, we would have loved to be able to share all of them with you today, but unfortunately, we do have limits in terms of time and space on the screen. So we took a small selection here that we're going to share with you today. But thank you to everybody who participated.
本当どの作品もねWar of the Visions に対する愛があふれて本当に嬉しかったです。
But the most important thing was that all of your designs were filled to the brim with love for War of the Visions, and so I'd like to thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart.
ジャスティンはどうですか？
Justin, what do you think?
I think they're all very nice. Sorry to be a man of few words here, but I do think they're all very nice. I think the community, I really love art when the community shares their art, so it's nice when players can kind of rally together to create their own spin on a fun and festive occasion. So I'm very happy to see all the different submissions that we had.
All right, fantastic. Now, before we announce who the grand prize winner is, we would like to quickly acknowledge the runners-up. Now, we have 3 pieces of artwork in the runners-up category. Let's take a look at the first one. Hiroki-san, if you would.
はい、発表します。まず優秀賞の作品はまず1つ目はこちらの作品です。
Thank you very much. Let's get started with our first runner-up. Here we go.
はい、チェスター・グレイスケールさんの、パラレルワールド・ビジット、チェスター・グレイスケールさんおめでとうございます。
So our first runner-up is Chester Grayscale's Parallel World Visit. Congratulations, Chester.
All right, now when we zoomed in, I saw some familiar faces here, so I kind of have a sneaking suspicion why this one got selected. So can you please tell us why you chose this
は
one?
い。まあこちらはですね、やはりそのイラストにね、モントと一緒に、ジャスティンと私のイラストが描かれているというところまず感謝です。ありがとうございます。
So first, I'd like to thank you for creating this wonderful design with Mont, and of course, putting me and Justin together, sharing the space with Mont.
はい。で、ジャスティンと私がね、アードラ大陸にテレポートでしたらというそのイフの世界線の話を、イラストにしてくれています。
And I think that the concept of this is to show what would happen if Justin and I were to teleport to Ardra, what that kind of alternate universe would look like.
まあとてもね面白い発想でしたし、非常にね特徴を捉えててうまいなと思いました。
And of course, conceptually, it's very interesting, but technically, it's very, very interesting and drawn very well as well.
一つだけ欲を言えばですけども、もうちょっと私をですね若くてかっこよく描いてほしかったなと思います。
And of course, if I could be just a little bit greedy for a second, I really wish you had drawn me to look a little bit younger and more handsome than I do.
はいどうもありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
All right. I'm surprised you didn't choose this one for the grand prize, actually. So, yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Even in the comments, there's like, oh, they nailed Justin's hair. It's like, so, got it. Okay, so let's move on to our next runner-up. All right. Next runner-up, please. There we go.
はい。
Zoom in. There we go.
はい。アートライスさんのビジョンオブリメンバランスということですね。アートライスさんおめでとうございます。
Our second runner-up, as you can see on screen, is Art Rice's A Vision of Remembrance. I hope I pronounced your name right, Art Rice. Congratulations.
Right. Okay, so what was it about this piece that was particularly a standout and got the runner-up status?
はい、ファイナルファンタジーブレイブ XBS シリーズとしてウォー・オブ・ザ・ビジョンズ、そして FFBE の、それぞれの主要キャラをですね、それぞれに対比する形でしっかりと描いていただいてますし、色使いも綺麗ですね。なのでビジョンカードにした時にとても見栄えがしますねと、するそうだねということも、スタッフの中でも話していました。
So I think first off, I'd like to start by saying that I think it's really cool that it includes different key characters from both Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. So it's got that kind of harmony going on there. The colors that are used here are also quite pretty. And the staff and I kind of discussed, and we thought it would be the kind of design that we would want to put on a Vision card. So it looks really nice from that perspective too.
はい、クリスタルっていうのはFFB シリーズ通して FF シリーズ通してですね非常に重要な要素ですし、このウォー・オブ・ザ・ビジョンズの中の、この今回ステンドグラス型のデザインをしてくれてるんですが、クリスタル協会のダインベルグ協会ってところがあって、そこもステンドグラスがあるので、多分その辺もイメージされて描かれたんじゃないかなという意味でも、このウォー・オブ・ザ・ビジョンズを表す一枚としてふさわしいなと思ってピックアップさせていただきました。
And if I could take up a couple other points for the reason why we like this one, the first is that the crystal in the center. The crystal is a very, very important design motif in War of the Visions, in the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius series, and indeed in the Final Fantasy franchise as a whole. So choosing that, I think, was very, very key in bringing the entire piece together. In addition, the motif is kind of like a stained glass motif. And of course, stained glass appears in the churches that we see in game as well. And so in addition to the crystal representing kind of War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and the Final Fantasy franchise, the stained glass really ties it all together and brings it back with the more War of the Visions feel.
All right, thank you very much. So congratulations once again to our Trice. Hopefully we got that name right. And yeah, this is a fantastic piece. And so, Hiroki-san, can you please tell us about our third and final runner-up?
はい、3つ目の優勝賞の作品はこちらになります。
Third runner-up, let's take a look.
はい、セッターメロディーさんの Celebration of Diversity です。
So yeah, Seta Melodies, celebration of diversity. Congratulations, Seta.
Okay, so tell us why you chose this one as a runner-up, please.
はい、この作品ではですね、モントとシュテルのが、お城のバルコニーの高い階段にいて、ウォー・オブ・ザ・ビジョンズの、2周年を祝うと 祝うという、街がね、各国の風船が飛んでくるという様子を描いてます。
So in this design, you can see Mont and Stern, they're kind of hanging out on the castle balcony, and balloons from each nation are kind of rising up and soaring about them in celebration of the second anniversary festive year.
今はちょっとね、違う道を歩んでしまった、2人なんですけれども、この作品ではね、こう笑ってね、一緒に仲良くしているっていうところがちょっと心をね、打たれるというのがすごい良かったなと思います。
And the other thing I'd like to point out about this piece is that Mont and Stern both kind of took different paths in life. Their paths kind of diverged. And seeing them both together and smiling and enjoying a wonderful moment together is really touching.
だからこのね、2周年のお祝いっていうすごい嬉しいタイミングではあるし、そういうところを描いてはいるんだけれど、でもちょっとね、プレイヤーが見るとちょっとこう切なくなっちゃうみたいな、そういったところがすごい良かったなと思います。
And of course, the second anniversary is a time of happiness and celebration. So I think introducing, a kind of a happy but melancholy moment into a festive celebration was really a cool idea, and I really appreciate that direction.
All right, thank you very much. So fantastic work. Thanks. Congratulations once again to Seta Melody. All right, without further ado, Hirono-san, the time has come to announce the Grand Prize winner. Tell us who wins.
はい、今回もですね、素敵な作品ばかりでしたし、我々の方でも本当にたくさん悩みました。運営チームでたくさん議論させてもらって、こんな素敵なイラストを皆さんたくさん応募いただき、ここの場を借りてまた改めてありがとうございますとお伝えさせてください。感謝しております。ありがとうございます。
So first, before I announce the grand prize winner, I'd like to again say that all of the artworks you submitted were really wonderful, every last one, and it was very, very difficult to come to a decision on which one we should choose. And of course, the team spent many a day and many a night discussing which one should be the winner. But first, let me start to say again, thank you to everyone who submitted your designs.
はい、皆さんと一緒に2周年、今回の2周年をね、お祝いできることが、シリーズプロデューサーとしては本当に嬉しいことですので、ぜひしっかりと発表させていただければというふうに思ってます。
And of course, I'm very happy that as a series producer, I'm able to share this second anniversary with all of you and to be able to make this grand announcement.
はい、では最優秀賞作品、グランドプライズウィナーは Here.
And here's the grand prize winner. Take a look.
はい、ガレス・カーデリーさんのハッピーバースデーグローバルです。Congratulations!
Gareth Cardelli's Happy Birthday Global. Congratulations.
Right, congratulations. Very cool. So, what was the deciding factor for choosing this one as the grand prize winner?
はい、この作品はですね、グローバルオリジナルのユニットをメインに、描いてくれた作品になっておりますし、私もひろきさんもですね、常にグローバルの皆さんが楽しめるようにグローバルの独自の要素っていうのを盛り込みたいといつも考えています。そのグローバルユニットってオリジナルユニットっていうのはですね、その大事な一つの要素なので、この一つ、我々が大事にしているユニットっていうのをフィーチャーしてくれた、そして描いてくれたということに、非常に嬉しいなというふうに思ってます。
So one aspect about this design is that it focuses on the global original units that we brought in specifically for the global version of the game. And of course, Hiroki and I, when we make the global version of the game, we want to include elements that users throughout the world can enjoy. And that's one of the biggest things that we keep in mind when we're developing the game. And the global original units are kind of an integral part of that. And so they're very, very important both to me and to the game as a whole.
はい、ここで描いてくれているようにですね、この2年間で、フレイビアですとかさまざまなキャラクターグローバルオリジナルユニットと一緒に歩んできた、2年間であるというふうに思ってますし、この2周年をですね、このグローバルオリジナルユニットたちとプレイヤーの皆さんたちと一緒に、お祝いしたいというふうに心から思っておりますので、このイラストをですねビジョンカードにして、今回のグランドプライズとさせていただきたいなというふうに思ってリカップさせていただきました。
And of course, these past 2 years, you can kind of track them through the global units that we've released in the game, which started with Fravia and have kind of continued on down to the current day. And so I'd like to celebrate this anniversary with these units and the players as kind of the global units as a representation of the global players. And so that's why we took the vision card design here and decided to make it into an actual vision card.
All right, fantastic. Thank you guys so much for that. And congratulations once again to Gareth Cardelli. And this is, I think, important. What can we expect to see with our grand prize winner's design as the in-game vision card, Hiroki-san?
はい、そうですね。ビジョンカードの実装はですね、3月の23日を予定しています。
And for the release of this vision card, it's going to be on March 23rd.
はい、ですので詳細な性能でもリリースが近くなりましたら合わせてお知らせしますのでぜひ楽しみにしていてください。
And of course, exact details such as the attributes of the vision card and stuff like that, we'll release that to you as we get a little bit closer to the release date.
ガレス・カーデリさん、本当おめでとうございます。
Gareth Cardelli, thank you again and congratulations.
Congratulations. And congratulations once again to all of our winners. Our grand prize winner and the runners-up will also each be receiving a set of wireless headphones. And the team will contact the winners later, so please wait for that to happen. And thanks again to everyone for sending in such great artwork. This is the conclusion of our second Vision Card Design Contest. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really, really fantastic.
Thank you.
You can just tell the love that everybody has, and the community has been very supportive as well. Congratulations and so on in the comments as well. It's lovely to see. All right, now moving on. In the last week's Justin and Friends, he held the preliminary round of a PvP tournament. The two winners of that tournament will be competing in today's finals. The main channel will change from YouTube to Twitch, but you can continue watching it from YouTube like you are right now. Depending on the region, you may be able to participate in a viewer gift campaign if you watch from Twitch, so please check it out. But before then, we want to share a very special video with everyone, so please have a look.
Hi, I'm Bryce Pappenbrook, and I'm the English voice of Mont Leonis in War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Happy second year anniversary. It is so exciting to say that. I've really enjoyed my time recording as Mont, and to see him transform himself into the King of Leonis has been something really great to be a part of. Thank you so much to all the players of this game. We wouldn't have been here without you guys. And thank you so much to the team behind the game. This story has been really exciting to be a part of, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. Happy second year anniversary, everyone. Thank you again for playing.
Hi, I'm Chris Rossi. I'm the English voice of Jaden Rundall. Happy 2-year anniversary, War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. You know, it's such an honor to play King Jaden, and I'm grateful to the whole team for having me be a part of the Final Fantasy universe. The recording sessions, they're always such a blast. I love to play Jaden's confidence, his leadership skills, the way he commands loyalty, his love of action, his hair, that coat, and of course his laugh. But as an actor, there are two things about Jaden that I find make him really complicated and fun to play. One, as much as he loves to get in there and fight, I love that we get to see those moments where he takes time to reflect and strategize. And two, he's always cool and generous enough to give props to his adversaries and their weapons if they impress him enough. And okay, so maybe there's a third thing I like. I get to do this. Let me just end by saying a heartfelt thank you to you, all the players and fans of this amazing game. Your support means everything to us. So happy 2-year anniversary. I can't wait to see where this story goes, and of course, what Jaden does next. I'll see you on the battlefield.
Hi, my name is Heather Masters, and I play Moore. And I wanted to say happy second anniversary, War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. This game was a really cool one for me because, like anyone with good taste, I have been in love with the Final Fantasy franchise since I was a kid, so getting to be a part of this cast was definitely a pinch me please for my little kid self moment. And not only that, but I love the character that I got to play. I love Moore. First of all, her character design is jaw-droppingly gorgeous. She's so beautifully designed, so that just, right off the bat was amazing. And secondly, I actually really love who she is. As someone who tends to struggle with my emotions and being deluged by them, I tend to really gravitate towards people who can master their emotions and do what they believe is right with firm resolve. And more, man, she is not driven by fleeting emotions. And I love that about her. And some might argue that her firm resolve can sometimes be misplaced. I'll give you that. But regardless, she is a force to be reckoned with, and I love her quiet strength. So this is a game that I play myself, so get your team together and I'll see you on the battlefield.
All right, everybody. Hello, 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 and welcome back. Here we are on we are on Twitch now. I actually hear my voice, so it's kind of messing me up here. But we are going to be doing the finals to the PvP tournament that started last week. It was there might be an echo. I'm not really sure. If you guys can hear that echo, please let me know. There might be an echo. I'm not really sure. Echo? There is an echo? Okay. I do see it. I do see people saying there's an echo.
Am I echoing as well?
I don't think so.
Okay. Am I echoing as well?
Oh, you are echoing. Okay. So.
Good. Okay.
All right. So we'll continue on here. Oh, you are echoing. Okay. So I've lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Anyway, what we're doing here today is the finals to the War of the Visions Final Fantasy XPS PvP tournament in March that we started last week, and we had the preliminary matches and the semifinals last week, and for this week on this stream, we're going to be doing the final matches. We have our 2 contestants here. They're ready. They're in Discord. They're ready to start their matches. But, of course, I am joined with the always welcomed, pristine, or esteemed guest over here, Aranje. Hello, Aranje.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Good. Right now I'm trying to figure out how I can mute the stream in the Zoom meeting. I think that might be the
I
case
think
for
that
our
might be what's going on there.
and I don't think I have permission to do that. At least I don't see an option to make that happen. But we're doing it live, like the host was saying in the other show. It's a live stream, and
You are right. So I think that is indeed what's happening here. There's a kind of a crazy situation. So I think that is indeed what's happening here. There's a kind of a crazy situation. All right, so let's press on here. Let's try and power through this. Hopefully the team in the back can figure it out. Let's press on here. Let's try and power through. All right, so a few things here. I can't really turn Zoom down because then that would turn you down. So we're dealing with it. I apologize. But it is the 2nd anniversary live stream here. We're on Twitch. We're going to be participating on Twitch mostly. There's going to be a raffle and that sort of stuff. But we also have the live stream being broadcasted onto YouTube. I think Facebook at the same time. And so yeah, hello everybody. We have quite a few more viewers than we're used to out here in Justin and Friends land. So hello, thank you for joining the stream. As I mentioned, we're going to be doing the finals for the PvP tournament. But before we get into it, of course, this live stream is in cooperation with the Amazon App Store. So let me go over some information regarding the Amazon App Store. In the About section down below, you can find some information on the Amazon App Store, and you can find some great discounts when using Amazon Coin on the Amazon App Store. You can see a slide here with some information, which is some of the discounts that you can expect at all times when you are using Amazon Coin. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. So if you can check out Amazon Coin, I would suggest that all of you do so. And of course, we have a special promotion. There is a special promotion going on currently. You can visit the link in the description for more down below in the About section. You can unlock some savings with War of the Visions, FFBE, special 20% offer. So click the link and you can get a $82 bundle for $80. There you go. There's the instructions. You just click download, follow the links, follow the process, and then you are good to go. Pretty awesome. Amazon Coin has been great for the game, and I know a lot of people out there use it. So take advantage of that if you can.
yeah, it's definitely saved me a considerable amount of money over my time playing the game. So highly recommend.
Indeed, indeed. All right, so let's take a look here. We're got a few more things that I want to share with all of you. So there is an 5% Amazon Coin back campaign that's going to be going on for the anniversary here. So between March 23rd at 11:59 p.m. and March 31st, or while supplies last, you can enjoy a 5% back. You can see the information here, the details on this screen. So you can check the link in the description to learn more. So it's a pretty awesome campaign that you can take advantage of there, get 5% back during that time. Also, we are going to be doing 5 raffles during this stream, and these raffles are going to be for 2,500 Amazon Coin. You can find the link to the rules down below. It is very important that you follow the rules and make sure you're eligible, because we will ask, we will verify. But 5 people will be getting a 2,500 Amazon Coin, $25 value code that you can use. So for those people that are out there in YouTube land and maybe Facebook land, you need to be on the Twitch stream and type the keyword when we get to that point. You can't do it in YouTube and you can't do it on Facebook. You have to be on Twitch. I apologize. So come over to Twitch. You have some time. We're going to be doing it after the conclusion of our first match. So you've got a few minutes to transition over if you can. Not now. I see some people doing it now. It's not now. All right. I think the echo has been fixed.
Yeah.
So awesome. awesome there.
Now, Justin, if I remember right, I'm 100% on guessing who wins the raffles, right? I don't think I've ever missed
0%.
Zero. I knew it had a zero in it, so I went with
2 zeros.
100. 0. Okay, whoops. That's all right.
That's all right. That's all right. But yes, as I said, please check the rules down below just to make sure you're eligible because, yeah, we will be verifying all that. So, let's get into the tournament here. So, sorry, I've got a million things running through my brain here. Last week, as I mentioned, we had the primary or the preliminary matches for the PvP tournament, which is concluding here on this stream today. They are going to be at best of 2, and our 2 finalists are ready to go. They're ready to duke out. They have their team set up, they have their room set up, and they're ready to go. But for those out there that may not be familiar with the concept or how the tournament works, I'm just going to give you guys a brief rundown, kind of go over the prizes that they're fighting. So, first up, these are the match rules. It is a friendly match. Auto is going to be on. It is a 1.5 times speed battle on the Horncastle Gate map. There is no cost limit. Initial placement is allowed for the teams that want to use that, and the formations can be changed, because we're going to be doing 2 or 3 battles here, so the formations, they can be changed between that. They cannot be changed once they join the room, though. And as I mentioned, the finals matches are going to be best 2 out of 3, so we're going to have 2 or 3 matches. Hopefully 3, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so Horncastle Gate, good map, lots of space. You can set up your team comps and everything like that. Also, with the anything goes, we can see the best of what Global has, and maybe we'll see some of those Global exclusive units from that VC in a match.
No, that's true. That's true. All right, so before we get into it, let me go over a few more prizes here. So first place is going to be getting 50,000 Amazon coin. That's a hefty amount. That's a lot of coins. Second place is going to be getting 20,000, which is also a pretty substantial amount. There's a lot of great things that you can get with that. On top of that, everybody that participated in the tournament before is going to be getting a title, but only one person during this tournament is going to be getting the crown jewel, the enthroned champion title. There's only going to be 2 people in the game that are going to have this title. The other person is going to be the winner from the previous tournament, and of course there's only going to be a few participants getting the Throne Seeker title. Pretty awesome. As I mentioned before in our last broadcast, there's also going to be an in-game quest where all of you out there in the game can go take on some formations that were featured in this live stream. They will, kind of see how maybe you would stack up against them, that sort of stuff. That will be available at a later date. That is the other prize that they're getting. On top of all of this, they're going to be getting both finalists are going to be receiving a Fire TV Stick 4K Max. So you can use that and enjoy every awesome thing that you can enjoy with a Fire TV Stick 4K Max, at the max, I guess. So those are the prizes that are up for grabs. Pretty awesome, pretty great. So I hope everybody's looking forward to the matches that we have that are going to be starting here very, very shortly. And I just want to do a quick reminder. You need to be on Twitch in order to do the raffle. This cannot happen on YouTube, and it cannot happen on Facebook. So please be on Twitch to do the raffle. And the rules and everything are in the About section of the Twitch page. So check that, verify it, everything is good to go there. I was just going to say something else and I forgot what it was. But I think everybody's hungry to see some PvP. So if it comes back to me, then I will say it. But we have RonJ here. I'm sorry, I've been doing a lot of talking. I have the other live stream as well, so you guys are gonna hear my voice a lot today. But RonJ is our caster. He's pretty awesome at it. He does it on his own, on Fridays most of the time, but he runs his own tournaments and stuff. So he's also a wonderful content creator on YouTube, so please check him out. I remember what I was gonna say. I remember. In the conclusion of the battles, we're going to have a quick interview with them so we can kind of get their thoughts on what happened, maybe what they would have done differently, that sort of thing. But that will happen afterwards. So I think maybe we should just jump right into the matches. Let me make sure that I've joined the room. RonJ, if you have any thoughts that you would like to share kind of before the tournament starts, maybe what you're expecting based on last week, that sort of stuff, I think everybody out there would be interested to hear it.
So normally, like in these tournaments, when you have a no rules tournament where you can use anything you want, we tend to see a lot of light comps and a lot of wind comps. In global, those are probably your two strongest elements. But in this last tournament, there was a particular set of Earth boys that kind of ran through it. We also saw a bunch of ice. Fryevia, speaking of one of those global exclusive units, had a really good week. So did Zazan. Oberon did really well. And I can tell you, I am hanging out in the lobby right now. We are not going to get a pure light versus wind match in our first match. I won't spoil anything until you guys can see it. But we're getting a spicy collaboration unit well, spicy as far as I don't know, maybe not unexpected, a strong collaboration unit. Okay, they can see it now. So you guys see what I'm talking about. We've got Big Daddy Engelbert versus Cloud in the first match. So now you think, what is Rice teams running over here? It's a lot of attack, which if it's a mono light team, you tend to see a lot of magic. Only 952 magic for Rice makes me think maybe he's not running Starlight Elena, who is just a staple of like global PvP right now. 3182, is this like a summer Killfay comp? Is it it could be like in a summer Killfay Rob Engelbert team, or it could just be a rainbow team. And then for Tad, kind of a mix, 2500 attack, 1700 magic, could be an Ibarra mixed in. Renan has just come out, so we might see that. Okay, here we go. There he is. There's Renan. Okay, so
that's very exciting. So he's a very new unit here on the global version.
Yeah, this means he's been built in the last couple days. This will be the first match I've cast with Renan in it. So, okay, here we go. We're going to get a spirit buff, though, coming out for the Earth team. It's 2 Earth boys plus an Engelbert. So Oberon and Noctis coming out. That is a surprise. And I wonder if Rice, yeah, I don't know. Rice, like I said, the Earth teams did really, really well last week. And look at that. Lightning, 3 lightning units versus Oberon Noctis could be a problem. Lightning Blessing comes out for Renan. That's going to be his shield up. Oberon is going to counter with a shield of his own. His has that casting time, though. There's Plunge from Noctis, and there's that elemental advantage coming straight ahead. 6,400 damage. Renan is chunked out, even through his shield. Now, Cloud is really good, but Noctis, with that Earth element advantage, only takes 2,100 damage from the cross slash. Lightning Strike will lower his lightning resist, but that's both DPS units going straight into the Noctis, who's not even the tank of this team, and he's still alive. Okay, Renan's first attack in a global tournament is Thunder Strike, 3,500 damage, and crucially, removes the courage buff from Engelbert. Okay, Oberon's up next. We're going to get the limit break. 8 pass dragons. I mean, he's going to jump up in the air, summon his special spear made of light, bring that thing down on the ground. Big damage, huge damage. Like, huge as in 24,000 damage between 2 units, huge. Warp Strike comes out from Noctis. Cloud's defense is down. And look, Cloud's a great unit. He's an absolutely great unit. And he has reflex. But I wouldn't bet money on my dude Cloud right here. He might be the 1v3 king of global. But he's got, well, what's he got right now? 1 HP in a dream. Engelbert's going to reapply courage. Cloud, how much HP do you have? How much HP you got, Cloud? 84. 84 in a dream. 2,200 damage onto Noctis. He's running away. He can't run far enough. Oberon's going to jump into the sky. And before he comes down, Noctis says, I'm the prince of this game now. 2468. And round 1 in the best of 3 goes to Rice and the Earth Boys, really shining again. GG.
That was pretty good. And I noticed that they kind of got to the action pretty quick. Doesn't usually happen on this map, but they got right in.
Right. Well, and a lot of times, especially when you're running, if it would have been like a mono light team, those teams, they like to hug it out in the corner, get all their buffs online, and oftentimes, so do Earth teams, especially if you're running like a UR Zazan, you're looking for that courage, that re-raise. Now, these two people went right at it. And if you remember, we had some really spicy dark teams last tournament with like Golbez, Black Rose, Helena, and they won by just starting forward. They started right next to the enemy, and Golbez just said boom, and then Dwayne came over the top, and it was a bunch of damage. So happy to see the action-packed fights, because, you know, shoutcasting a bunch of buffs is less exciting.
That's true. So for those out there that may not be on Twitch, I just want to remind everybody it is on the Square Enix Twitch channel. So you can head over to twitch.tv/Square Enix. We're about to do our first raffle. We're going to let the teams kind of get ready. You know, maybe something happened. Maybe they're strategizing something new here. So they're going to set up. They're going to get their room ready. In the meantime, we're going to do a drawing. So let me get that set up. If you're typing it right now, it's not working. So just wait on 1 second.
Now, Justin, there's someone in Twitch chat named Noctix. That's going to be the person who I guess wins.
Okay. So
Noctix, you've got the curse.
You all heard that, so we'll see what happens here. That I'm not going to say anything. It's a new day, so we'll see what happens. But I'm not feeling great for that person.
A broken clock is right twice a day. But it's daylight savings time, so that might throw everything for a loop. Who knows?
It's daylight savings tomorrow, so not quite. If you were a time traveler, I think if you were a time traveler, I think daylight savings would probably mess a lot of things up. Right?
Yeah, it messes a lot of things up anyway. Okay, so anyway, if I'm Tad here, right, I'm probably not pulling the lightning comp back out for round 2. I think when you're the person who's down 0-1 in a best of 3, the pressure comes to you to change the comp. Because if you're Rice, you could just say, hey, this comp's 1-0. I'll just run it again and see if I can run the table with it. So I think that the pressure's on Tad here. Come up with something different, right? Maybe fully lean into light, maybe switch to wind. The wind could be really strong against Noctis Oberon, but we'll see. We'll see.
For anybody, I just saw a question in chat. For anybody that doesn't know what's going on in chat, this is a raffle for 2,500 Amazon coin. So enter the keyword. Check the rules though to make sure you're eligible. So that's what's happening in chat right now. So our teams are getting set up. They're changing it. I made the analogy last time, but it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors. Do you stick with what won? Are they going to throw scissors when you did paper last time because they expect you to throw scissors even though that you were paper, or do you go rock? Or maybe you expect them that you think that you're going to do rock, so then you're like, wait, I got to do paper again, but then they end up doing scissors, which you thought that they might not do in the first place. So we'll see.
Now,
Did you follow
I would
that?
say Starlight Elena is Volcano in that. Like you could just bring out Elena and just go with the Volcano. That's what I would do in this situation. But maybe mix in Rob. Just go full evade, go Rob, Elena, Fina, or something.
Right. We've got a lot of entries this time, so it's pretty spicy out there in Raffle World. We're up to 236 entries, and the numbers.
Oh, that's my chances of getting this prediction right are very low. Okay, Justin, if there's one unit you would like to see come in here, like regardless of strength, who would you like to see come out in this next round?
All right, so I can just pick anybody.
Anybody.
Who would I like to see? That's a good question. I like water, so I always want to say Lara Croft. That's not going to happen. No. We probably won't see any water at all. But I do like More the Merrier, and she will probably show up, I would imagine. So
Mary Moore, definitely.
Also, Winter Luartha. I'm running them in Guild Battle right now, so there's a lot of people are. So that's who I believe.
Yeah, Winter Luartha is currently my favorite DPS unit in the game. Her range and damage is next level.
It is next level. It's funny because every time you go against like a tank, like Engelbert or something like that, nothing. They don't even exist as a tank.
Don't care. Like Engelbert put Sentinel up, and you're like, oh, that might be a problem. Never mind. No, he's dead. We're good. Oh man, mix in a little Halloween, little Leela, and you're set.
So
I would like to see Eileen.
Sorry, I just saw a good question in chat. For anybody out there that's watching, the anniversary live stream is not over. We are going to be going back and doing that sort of thing. We're just kind of covering this tournament here really quick. It's the conclusion, so we wanted to give a grand audience here to the final matches. But I think we're going to go ahead and draw the winner.
Let's do it.
I heard you say something about Eileen.
Oh, I would like to see Eileen, right?
Oh, okay.
I mean, that would be, obviously, that's my favorite unit in the game. I would like to see, I'd like to see her come out, but, like with water, probably not. Oh, I see a countdown happening.
Yep. All right, so I have drawn our first winner. This is 1 of 5 today, and it is Surge the Purge. So
Surge the Purge. Congratulations, Surge the Purge.
You are our first winner. We will be contacting you on Twitch. But stay tuned. There will be a few more.
Yeah. Make sure it's a Twitch message, right? It's a DM on Twitch. People oftentimes do not check those, so make sure you are checking that to be able to claim your prize. All right, so we're not doing another raffle. We're going straight into the next game then?
Yeah, let's just jump into the next one.
Okay.
All right, I'm loading up here. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Okay.
I can tell you,
switched up.
Things have changed. Things have changed. All right, the people can see it now. So Rice, who was the the Earth player last time, is switched to Warrior of Light in slot 1 instead of Engelbert, and has a lot of magic coming out. And then Tad has switched to a dark team, maybe? A lot of magic right there. We could see Golbez, Black Rose, Helena, Dwayne. I think that comp was super strong earlier on in the tournament. For Rice, I think Rice might have thrown your volcano right there in the rock, paper, scissors. The 1,000
right,
attack, I don't know. Does Warrior of Light cover that by himself? Maybe. We'll see. Okay, we're loading in.
Okay, so compositions are kind of what we expected.
Yeah. It's the volcano comp. It's Elena, Jaden, Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light, not the most commonly run third here. A lot of times you do see Engelbert, but Warrior of Light, super good tank, and he has time on this map. Get his defense spirit up, gather his hate, maybe put a shield on himself, stuff like that. And then Golbez, notice how they start Golbez forward. One of Golbez's strengths is the first few turns of a fight. He has really big steroids early. So he wants to get his barrier online, get close to the enemy team, and unload the damage. This fight could come down to like one of these teams is going to cast buffs and move into range, and then the other team is going to be the team that's first to hit. I think the team first to hit, barring some evasion reflex shenanigans, will be the team that wins. Okay, so Elena has her courage buff online. Dwayne getting his first move of the match is going to go with Dragon Standard. So he's going to put his move and jump +1. He's definitely ready to start going. Golbez is channeling another spell. 10,000 HP Warrior of Light right here, who we know he ran Keen Blade. So he ran the TMR armor. So his armor and defense might have been a little low until he just put that buff on himself. Crystal Shine Bright comes out from Starlight Elena, and that is a one-shot on Black Rose Helena. So the dark versus light, like I said, Elena first one to be able to do damage, and so she's the first person to delete someone on the other team. Rice, it's looking good. Magic Shot comes out from Jaden, and Dwayne is also deleted. It is Golbez versus 3 for Tad. Now, Golbez is a big boy. He's, main villain, Final Fantasy main series. I don't know. We'll see. He's bringing out his limit break. It's going to be Void Meteor here. Look, he needs to delete a few people with this. And I don't know that he has the punch to do it. It's coming down. Elena takes like 95% of her damage, and she's going to turn around. Crystal Shine Bright. Yeah. Oh, man. It's already done. GG. The Volcano comp wins. Rice picks up the win with the Starlight Elena, and the global exclusive unit absolutely pops off and wins the match. So GG Rice. Nice.
That was a good showcase of Light's power there. They definitely have everything dialed in. My voice cracked a little bit there. I would not be surprised if that doesn't happen again later on today.
You are the main background on the main live stream. Your head is bigger than everyone's else.
But yes, so we're not doing another giveaway yet. Just give me 10 seconds here. So if you would like to share any thoughts about that, RMJ.
Yeah, so Rice, congratulations on the title and the Amazon coins, dude. Like, I would definitely be sporting that title. You're going to be one of 2 people in-game who has it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty awesome. And then the Amazon coins, yeah, dude, good luck. I imagine there's going to be plenty of news still coming in the rest of this live stream about the 2nd anniversary. So maybe those Amazon coins will serve you well in the very near future.
Indeed, indeed.
And then Tad, good show. I'm happy to see the Golbez team come out. It served you really well in the tournament. It's just that the turn order, they just didn't work out. You needed to hit first. You got hit first. That's how light versus dark kind of goes.
Yeah, light versus dark is always kind of weird because they're super effective against each other.
Yeah,
So
they're not counters. Like, it's not like a wind versus earth where you
Right.
don't take damage and you one-shot everybody. It's sort of just explosive. And yeah, we got to see the explosive. Now we have interviews coming with the
Yes, that is
participants, I
correct.
believe. Okay.
So for this one, we'll probably do 2 giveaways. Since we have 5 to do, we'll probably do 2 giveaways here, and then at the conclusion of the 2 interviews that we have, we'll probably do another 2. I think that's
Okay.
pretty good. So
So
we're
I'm gonna
doing
make
2 right here. All right, let's hear.
I'll make 2 guesses. I'm going Justa and Jezix. Justa and Jezix. 2 J names.
Okay. I mean, that works
Yeah.
for me. I like J names.
Yeah, J names. I mean, yeah, that's right.
Well,
just keeping
yours
it in the
doesn't really count, but that's okay.
It ends with a J that is pronounced. Oh, man.
All right, so yes, please enter your keywords. Rice is the grand champion. He is the what was the title?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't have, like, my memory's not actually that good.
We will find out here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure we have the slide.
Enthroned champion.
Enthroned champion. Like,
That is, that's a title. As far as titles go, that's a title.
yeah. I'd take it. Oh man. It's one of the coolest things. And like, I think players really value in-game flair, right? Something you can wear on a character or put on your profile that just says, I did a thing and you didn't do a thing. I think players really value that. So that's a really big win.
That is 100% true, and applies to many games out there in the world. All right, so we're going to be doing our 2 drawings here in 1 second. So our first interview is going to be with Tad, and then after Tad, we're going to go into Rice and hear his thoughts. Pretty short interview, should be pretty quick. Just kind of get their thoughts. So first up, the raffle is being locked here in about 5 seconds.
At least I have 2 chances to be right this time. That feels good. It's better than last time.
That's true. All right. First one is drawn. It is Papa Scurry.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
And the next one here, drum roll, as Hiroki would do. We've got Shadow Priest 13.
Okay.
So congratulations to those 2. We are going to have 2 more after this as well. So just allow us a second here to jump into the interview. We got a kind of a complicated system set up, so let's take a look.
Nice. Should I talk about things while we wait?
Sure. But also
didn't
jump
prepare
into
anything.
our channel.
Oh, we're doing the interview through Discord.
Yes.
Ah, okay, I will jump in there.
Cool.
I'm in there.
Oh, so we actually have our guest. Hello, are you with us?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I think we can all hear you.
I can't.
You good, RNJ?
I'm good.
Cool.
I'm good.
So thank you for participating in the tournament, first off, and thank you very much for showing up and doing this interview. First
My
off,
pleasure.
First question here. Do you maybe want to give anybody you want to tell everybody who you are, maybe what guild you're in, that sort of stuff?
Sure, yeah. So shout out to my guild, Kraken. And I want to give a quick shout out to my leadership team for helping me test out some of my groups.
Excellent. So you actually had you set up a practice. You got people to build teams and you practice against those teams?
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, that's awesome. That's the way to do it.
The power of guilds. So first question here. So what made you pick your first party, and then did you change anything up for your second one? Did you already have it planned? Were you just kind of going with that?
So my first lightning party was intended to counter the light magic team. Obviously that didn't work out too well, but that was my thought process there. And he did bring it out the second round, and I was hoping to. I was wondering if I could stick with that or not. But
I do think you made the right choice. I don't think you can stay. I think if you lose the first match, if you run the same team again, and so does he, you just got to be like shaking your head. So.
Right.
Yeah. Good call.
Indeed. So for the second one, what were you thinking there?
For the second match?
Yeah.
That one I thought it was probably a toss-up. I tried that team out in mocks against the same kind of setup. Like you were saying, the turn order just didn't work out. Just got blown up first, really.
Yeah. I mean, and that team, you ran that team a couple of times in the quarterfinals and semifinals, if I remember right.
Yeah, that team I ran twice, and it worked out really well, and was intended to do decently well versus Light and versus Brandon coming out on top. I had that really good combo with Dwayne and Golbez in that first round of the tournament.
Yeah, I remember that specifically. I think I voted that as like my favorite fight because Golbez Dwayne, you just don't see it all the time, and it just deleted 3 people.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
For sure. All right. Well, I thank you very much for giving us some insight into what you did to kind of prepare and that sort of stuff. Any last words you want to share? Are you excited for your title and your Amazon coin?
Oh, absolutely. It's great prizes. I just want to, thank you all for putting the tournament on too. So, more would be great.
Cool. Good to hear. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right. So let's move on to our next interview here with Rice. Rice, if you can hear us, please jump in. There was an echo on that one. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know where that one's coming from.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I'm in so many different things. I have them all muted. I have no idea. So.
Yeah. So, he's joined. Hello, Rice. How are you?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Thank you for joining. You are the enthroned champion.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
That's awesome. So, first up, you maybe want to give somebody an introduction, who you are, maybe your guild, that sort of stuff. If you want to.
Okay. But first of all, shout out to Lokavi Guild, especially Ragnar, for helping me out perfect my team. And then also thanks to my guild, which is Kingdom, for their support.
Do you have Twitch open or anything like that?
I have a TV open. Hold on, let me lower the volume.
It's just the echoes are just kind of coming.
Yeah, I'm over here like muting every input that I have. I'm like mute.
But that's all right. So for your first team, you want to give us some thoughts on your first team?
Yeah. So actually, me and my team Planet, we have this arrangement because based from the previous fight, I know he used Dark and Earth. But I also know that Renan is coming, so I'm anticipating that he's gonna use lightning.
Okay.
So I bet my money on an Earth.
Yeah, good bet.
So yeah.
Well, and not only Earth, you threw in Noctis, so you went with that like spirit buff. I'm just like you were definitely counting on Magic Lightning team right
No,
there.
I'm not hearing you.
Okay, I'm muted.
Are you muted?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Technical difficulties, as Max said, we're doing this live. So.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. I think I might. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, not only that, you ran Noctis, right? Which when I think of Noctis, I think like spirit buff, anti-lightning, but specifically anti-lightning magic. And so yeah, like totally cash that in with the Renan guess.
I'm not certain that he heard you. Bryce, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you, Justin.
Oh, you can't hear Aranjay? You may have muted yourself somehow, Mr.
I don't know. I don't know. Everything lights up when I talk, so I'm not...
All right.
I can hear RNG now.
You can hear me now. Okay, good.
Yes, I am.
Good. Yeah, I was just saying, like, yeah, Noctis was particularly good against Lightning Magic, so that was a really good play.
Yeah, especially the war point.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a very important part of his gameplay.
Yep.
For sure. All right, so any final thoughts on maybe the second match that happened?
So yeah, so actually, like I said, it was planned. So I'm thinking, I have a third set ready actually. So on the second, of course, Light is one of the strongest as of now. So I have to use my strongest on the second fight because you'll never know what's gonna happen on the next one, if ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thank you very much for joining today on the second anniversary conclusion of the PvP tournament that we had here for the global version.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course, and I hope you enjoy your title and your other prizes and everything like that.
Yeah,
we hope to see you in another tournament as well.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right.
Yeah, definitely talking into Discord so he could hear me and into Zoom. Yeah, surround sound. Surround sound engaged.
It would be difficult to pull him into the Zoom and everything else.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I apologize, everybody out there.
Hey, this was the first time we've coordinated something like this, so good job. Honestly, that went pretty smooth, I thought.
All right, so we're going to do the next raffle here as we kind of wrap things up and jump back into the second anniversary stream. So let me take a look. So you guys can start entering right now. But yeah, so the fights in the tournament overall I think were pretty awesome. These tournaments are pretty fun to do. A lot of the community seems to like them, especially the PvP community and the people that show up every Friday on your stream. So hopefully we can do some more in the future. But
that'd be great. I would love that.
We had a survey last time that we did the PvP tournament, and of course we got a lot of great feedback there. So thank you to those that sent in the feedback.
Awesome. Okay, so we have 2 more giveaways here?
Yep, we are doing 2 more giveaways.
All right, I'm watching chat really close here.
All right, let's hear who it is.
How about Shadowfire91 and DJ Zaki? Shadowfire91 and DJ Zaki.
Those are some good guesses. Did you just pull them randomly,
or? Both of that. I picked by the color of their Twitch chat name.
Okay, so you have some bias.
Yes. Yeah. Right. I mean, it's an opinion. It's obviously super, subjective.
All right. That's all right. That's all right. All right.
Virgil, I did not pick you. You're right.
Let's have those
Justin,
entries come in. Yes.
Before I go, thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure being here. I want before we just switch back to the other one, big shout out.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go. Just wanted to get that in.
Anybody else you want to shout out?
Baby
you
J.
Shout out your. Okay. Well, you want to shout out your YouTube channel?
Oh, myself. Okay. Yeah. If anybody wants to watch more global tournaments, we do a tournament every Friday. We have different rule sets. This coming Friday is the conclusion of the Elemental Cup. It's a lot like what the limited Guild Wars is going to be, where you can only use certain elements, like there's no counter elements in play. It's actually a top 8 draft. We do 3 weeks of point earning tournaments, and then the top 8 come in week 4, and we do like a fantasy football style. You pick a unit, next person picks a unit draft. So that's this next Friday on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/OrangeJ, and then I upload everything to YouTube as well, youtube.com/OrangeJ. So
yeah, you do a lot of guides and news videos and that sort of stuff. So if
you want all the regular content is there as well, but I just kind of also do the tournaments. That's what I sort of built my channel around PvP and tournaments and things like that.
Indeed. All right, so let's draw our final 2 winners so we can jump back into the second anniversary live stream information. So let's take a look. The entries are being locked here in a moment. Got to give it a moment just for the delay. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's scrambling to type in their key. All right, here we go. Entries are locked, and we are drawing our first winner, which is Jaded Lad.
Okay.
Sometimes when the letters are all mixed together, it's hard to tell. Jaded Lad, congratulations. And we are going to be drawing our next one here. Drum roll for Baron von Snack Pack.
It's a great name. Not the name I picked, but an A+ name.
A+ name indeed. All right, and you are the 5th and final winner of the 2,500 Amazon coin raffle that we were doing today. And with that, I think that kind of wraps up everything that we wanted to do here today on the Twitch stream. So
awesome.
I really appreciate everybody showing up, showing their support, cheering on their fellow players, and of course, RJ, I really appreciate you showing up and lending us your talent today. Your voice, or your shoutcasting is indeed legendary.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you for having me. Congrats to everybody who played. Yeah, I'm excited to watch the rest of the live stream. And
cool.
Is Hiroki throwing things at a board again this year?
I don't know. You're just gonna have to stay
I would love to
tuned.
shoutcast Hiroki throwing things at a board.
That could be anything.
All right. If you need me for that, I'm around. Just letting you know.
Okay. Cool. All right. So anybody out there, as I mentioned, this is in cooperation with the Amazon App Store. So please check out Amazon App Store if you have an eligible device and that sort of stuff. It is a pretty great system there. But with that, I think we're going to throw it back to the studio, back to Hiroki-san, Hirono-san, Max, and everybody else. So let's do that, and it was very fun. So thank you, everybody.
Yep.
See you soon.
And we are back. Thank you so much to Justin and RNJ. You guys did a great job. Now, before we move on to our next segment, we have another voice actor video for you guys, so please check it out.
Hey everyone, my name is Griffin Puatu, and I am the voice of Oberon Heindler in War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. And I just wanted to wish everyone a happy 2nd anniversary on the game. Getting to work on this character has been so much fun and so engaging and rewarding. Has such an interesting backstory, and it's really, really dramatic to see his transformation and all the things he goes through throughout the series and the story. I'm super excited for people to get to experience it, and here's to 2 wonderful years of getting to be a part of this amazing franchise. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoy the game.
Hi guys, my name is Casey Mangelo, and I'm honored to be part of the Final Fantasy universe as a role of Lucio in War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
My name is Kira Buckland, and I'm so happy to play the role of Lady Joom in War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Working on the game was a little surreal to me at first, because when I recorded the title screen voiceover, when you actually have to say Final Fantasy, that's when it hit me. I get to be part of Final Fantasy. I get to be part of something really special.
Our characters have such a fun dynamic with each other, and since we're roommates in real life, it was really cool that our characters got to interact in the same story.
So with that, we hope you're all enjoying your journey throughout the game so far.
And we both would like to wish a very happy 2nd anniversary to
War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. How did I do, Lady Joom? Was that okay?
You may need a little more training, but you're on the right path so far. Good job.
Thanks, Lady Joom.
Hi, I'm Brittany Karbowski, and I play the role of Setia. Happy 2nd anniversary, War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Being a part of this project has been a dream come true, and it's honestly just been surreal to be able to work on this franchise. It's such an honor to be able to work with the crew, and I've had such a wonderful experience. Setia is brave in the face of all adversity, and she's a true believer in herself as well as others, and I admire that so much about her. To all the players out there, to all the fans, thank you so much for playing and for your support. I hope you guys enjoy.
All right, so thank you so much to our great voice actors for those videos. It's really cool to get a little peek behind the curtain and see what people look like, isn't it?
ね、もうね、先ほどのね、PVP もね、すごい見応えがあって良かったんじゃないかなと思います。
Yeah, I'm sure you guys really loved seeing the PvP. There was a lot of good stuff to take a look at there.
ね、ライスさんとタドラウスさん、本当に参加ありがとうございました。
And I'd like to thank our 2 players who participated today too. Thank you very much.
ね、
Yeah, great job.
あとね、ちょっとね、エコーが結構かかっちゃったりしてね、音声にトラブルがありましたけど、これも生放送だというところでご容赦ください。
And I'd like to apologize for some of the feedback that we were getting over the audio. This is a live broadcast, so sometimes we hit a little bit of snag. So I appreciate your patience with us.
まあね、エコーかかってる感じって、なんかもしかしたらこの PVP 大会がなんかドーム球場とかで行われてるんだっていうのをこう頭の中で想像してもらうと、ちょうどいい感じで見れるんじゃないかと思って、皆さんちょっと今から頭の中ね、スタジアムでやってると思ってください。
So I'd like to take this opportunity and think, hey, maybe the feedback we were hearing was kind of the reverberations from, the PvP taking place in like a domed building or some other kind of stadium. So if you go back and watch the video and you hear the echo, try to think that yourself you're in a stadium listening to it.
いや、そういう感じでこうね、みんなでスタジアムに集まってこう応援しながらやりたいですよね。なんかかっこよさそうですね。面白そうですね。
It would be really cool if everyone was kind of, lined up in the stands there cheering people on. That would be really neat.
はい、ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. Okay, so without further ado, let us move on to our next segment. Next up, we have, boom, the Q&A corner. Now, this is always so much fun. So, in this section, Hirono-san, Hiroki-san, and Justin-san will be answering questions that we receive from the players. So, let's get started with question number 1. So, I really love War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Could you please make some original items for us? Ooh, all right. How about it?
はい、そうですね。じゃあ、こちら私からお答えします。
Okay, I'll be the one fielding this question.
はい、質問ありがとうございます。オリジナルグッズが欲しいというご意見、非常に多くねいただいておりますので、今回いろいろなグッズを作ることが決まりましたので、こちらでお知らせしたいと思います。
And so, of course, I know I've heard from you many times in the past that you want to have some kind of original physical merchandise for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions. And so that's why we decided to make a whole bunch of different stuff that I'd like to share with you today.
こちらです。
Take a look.
はい。
Whoa, okay.
はい、実際にね、実物もちょっとこちら持ってきました。
And of course, I actually brought samples with me here so you can take a look at them live.
まず、今出ているですね、このメモ帳ですね。
First, you can see this kind of a notepad that we've got here. You can take a look.
こんな絵があります。
And you can see the picture on the back as well.
はい、もう一つちっちゃいやつでですね、ポップソケッツっていうんですね、これ。ここにスライドには出てないですけど、こっちか。はい、これポップソケッツは携帯スマートフォンの裏側にくっつけてですね、こうスマートフォンの裏につけて持ちやすくするものです。
And this item, it's called a pop socket. It looks like a little button. You can see the design here right on your screen.
厚みがあるんですよね。
そうですそうです。
You put it on the back of your smartphone, and it helps you to hold the smartphone from the back instead of holding the whole entire thing in your hands. And it's very, very thick. It's a lot thicker than it looks.
はい。そしてですね、次がこのスマートフォンのケースです。
And next up is a smartphone case. Take a look at this one.
こんな感じね。
So you can see what it looks like.
はい。ワーオブザビジョンズのロゴと、あとは各国のね、紋章が入ってます。
It's got the War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius logo and the various symbols of each of the nations in the game.
そして次が帽子です。
Next, you can see if we got a hat.
ね。こんな感じでございます。
And here's how you know what it should look like.
はい。そして最後これですね。T シャツ。
And finally, a T-shirt, just like the one I've got on.
はい。こちら実際にね、こういう T シャツです。
And here's what it looks like completely unfolded.
はい。こういったオリジナルのグッズを、作りました。
And these are just the original goods, the original merchandise that we've made for the game.
そうですね。こちら売り物ではないんですよね。今後いろいろな企画で皆さんに、プレゼントしていこうというふうに思っています。
And these goods, unfortunately, they're not available for sale, but we are going to give them out as gifts to players and others who are interested in the game in various events we'll be having.
はい、キャンペーンが近くなりましたら改めてね皆さんにお知らせしますので、その際はぜひねふるってご応募ください。
We're going to be holding some campaigns for people to get their hands on these goods, and as the campaign dates get a little bit closer, we'll share some more information with you then.
All right, it's fantastic. I mean, what better way to show your fandom of the thing and like be able to spot other fans if everybody had this gear, right?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. So everybody stay tuned for those campaigns when they're coming up. All right, let's move on to our next fan question. Let's see what we got. Okay, I really love the story of War of the Visions. Do you have an idea of how many seasons there are planned, or if there are going to be more alternative stories like Warriors of the Crystals? And I can't wait to see El Cirel and Camilo come back.
はい、そうですね。まあお話回りの話ですから、私の方からお答えしようかなというふうに思っております。
And this question has to do with the story, so I, Hirono, will be answering the question.
はい、改めましてWar of the Visions を楽しんでいただき誠にありがとうございます。
First off, I'd like to say thank you very much for playing and enjoying War of the Visions.
はい、あとまずですね、質問いただいた何シーズンまでお話をやるのかみたいなことですが、何シーズンまでやるかと言われるとですね、明言できないですが。皆さんのなんですかね、キャラクターに対する愛ですとか、お話に対するもっと深掘りしてほしいとか、こういうことを語ってほしいみたいなところっていう声は実はヒアリングしていて、でこれが運営中のゲーム、運営しているゲームのすごい特徴なんですけど、ユーザーさんが欲しいものを我々が提供することも可能なので、プロットとかプランはあるんですけど、それが結構ユーザーさんと一緒に変わっていくというか、アレンジされていったり増えていったり伸びていったりっていうことがよくします。なので今は明言できないっていうのがお答えになっちゃうかなというふうに思います。
So the first thing I'd like to start out by saying is that there's not really a concrete number that I'm able to share with you at this point in time. But of course, one thing that we always do is we talk to our fans, we hear your opinions and thoughts and feelings about the game. And one of the really nice things about a live service game, as opposed to a package title that's kind of produced one and done, is that the game is a service. And with things like the plot and the story and how we want to develop the game and how we want the game to be shaped going forward is all part of a continuing conversation with the users. And what we do can kind of change based on user feedback. So I can't say that there's a lot more to come, but in terms of if I were to state a specific number, it might lock us into something that might end up changing based on your feedback going forward.
はい、でただ現実今何をやってるかというと、シーズンとしてはサードシーズンのプロットまでもうできてます。で、今はセカンドの第2部があって次の3部ですね。そこまでは、できていて、その3部の終わりまでが一応、リリース前に、計画していたいわゆる一通りの話のくくりっていうのが最後まで描かれるのが、3部になってます。
One thing that I can say in concrete terms is that we have the story up through the third season all set. It's all locked in at this point in time. And to be perfectly frank, the third season story was something we already had planned at the time of the release of the game. So it's kind of going to come to a head in the third season, and that will be where we had kind of, had our starting point for the game.
はい、であとアナザーストーリーですね。本編とは別のストーリー展開があるのかということに関しては、こちらに関しては、ありますという回答とさせてください。
And in terms of wanting some kind of more alternative stories like Warriors of the Crystals, that was mentioned here in the question you can see on the screen, I can't say anything else other than, of course, we're going to have more episodes in another story.
はい、ただアナザーストーリー自体がユーザーの皆さんから好評いただいていて、ルシオの話を続けるのか、それともまた別のラインでやるのか、あとは、インタールードというのがあったと思いますけれども、ああいった形で、本編の、いわゆる外伝というかですね、みたいなものを挟み込むのかみたいないろいろなパターンを考えておりますので、どういった形のものが展開されていくのかというのはぜひ皆さん期待して待っててほしいと思いますし、 今回みたいにね、いろんな話をもうちょっとこのキャラクター深掘りしたいみたいな声はすごく欲しいので、皆さんからいろんな言葉をもらえればなというふうに思います。
As for the exact shape that another story can take going forward, obviously there are a lot of different directions we can bring it in. Do we want to talk more about Lucio and explore that story a little bit more? Is there some kind of other story you want to explore, kind of separate from that one? You remember that we had the interlude was put in the game as well. Do we want to do something like that that's kind of more of an ancillary quest to the main story? There are a bunch of different options we can take. And I know a lot of you also want us to explore specific characters in depth, more about their backstories, more about, what makes them tick and things along those lines. And we'd like to continue to hear your feedback on what kinds of characters you'd like to see more of, and maybe we can kind of reflect that kind of stuff going forward. So there are a lot of different shapes that the story can take going forward, and we'd like to keep our minds open to all of them.
はい、今回ね、エルシレールとカミルロの話が欲しいっていう言葉いただいてますけど、大丈夫です。安心してください。この後もカミルロ、エルシレール出てきますんで、この2人がどんな感じになっていくのかっていうのは、この後期待して待っててほしいなというふうに思います。
And at the very end of your question, the person who asked this question said that they can't wait to see El Sorel and Camilo come back. You don't have to worry. El Sorel and Camilo are coming back. You're going to hear more from them. And I hope you look forward to seeing exactly what the plot has in store for those two characters.
All right. Very cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, so it's always fantastic to hear from the fans, and we're just keeping an eye on the chat as well. I mean, we are reading this stuff, so yeah, make your voices heard. Tell us what you want, absolutely. All right, let's move on to our next question. Let's take a look at question number 3. So, are you considering collaborating with artists, etc., as you did with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius? All right, who wants this one?
Okay. はい。そうですね。もちろん、今までね、ファイナルファンタジーブレイブエクスビアスでも、セレブレーションコラボやってきましたんで、アーティストのコラボやってきましたんで、ワーオブザビジョンズでもね、そういったことができればいいなということで検討はしております。
As those of you who have played Final Fantasy Brave Exvius will remember, we have done various collaborations in the past with that title and some famous popular artists from around the world. And we are currently discussing if there's something that we can do along those lines for War of the Visions as well.
そうですね、もう実際にね、いろいろアーティストの方ともいろいろ検討を実はもう進めていて、ただまだね、いろいろ決まってないことも多いので、今はまだちょっとお伝えすることができないんですけれども、決まりましたらお伝えしますので、ぜひね、ちょっと楽しみに待っていてくれればなと思います。
And one thing that I can share is that we are in talks right now for some similar collaborations along the lines that are being asked in this question. But because there's a lot of stuff that still is up in the air and that isn't completely fixed, there are no concrete details I can share with you at present. But as soon as I have more to share, you people will be the first to know.
はい。
Okay, the comment section is going nuts.
めちゃめちゃコメントできてます。いろんな人とコラボしてほしいって。
Look at all those comments for people who you want to collaborate with.
Oh boy.
誰がね、
めちゃめちゃ書いてますよ、本当に。
Who's really the biggest here in the comments?
Can we
いやでもいろんな人がいろいろ書きすぎて、もはやもうわかんないですけど、ただ一つだけね、残念な、実はこれってむちゃくちゃ前から動いていて、ただちょっとコロナ禍になってしまったことで、いろんな話がね、ちょっとなかなかうまくスムーズに進まないことがすごく多くて。ちょっとすごく遅れちゃってるっていうのはもう事実なので伝えておきます。はい。
I see there's a lot of different comments about who people want to see, and it's really cool to see all these comments. One thing I can say is that we have been in talks since for a long time. Actually, we've been in talks with artists about bringing collaborations to FFBE with them. But because of COVID and various coronavirus concerns, a lot of those talks either got stalled or they're not proceeding as quickly as we would have hoped. But we are continuing to work towards those ends, and we hope to be able to bring you more information soon.
All right, fantastic. Thanks for that question. All right, let's move on to our question number 4. Let's see what we got. I'm a beginner and I want to know about strong parties and tactics in PvP. How can I get information like this? All right, so who would like to answer this question? I think Justin, we haven't heard from you in a bit.
I can take it.
All right, Justin.
Hello. All right, so yes, so first of all, Hiroki and I have a monthly update show on YouTube where we introduce new units, their abilities, how to use them in battle, recommended formations, and a lot of other information. So I suggest you check that out when those videos come out. I also post some guides for beginners on YouTube, so please have a look at that if you're interested. If you're looking for, how to start the game and that sort of stuff. In those videos, I cover how to train units, create formations, and other basics that you really need when you're starting out as a new player. You can use it as a reference to form your own parties and tactics so that you can further enjoy War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. There might also be people to give you pointers if you post your questions on Reddit and Discord and a lot of other places where there are players. So to all of the War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius veterans out there, please continue helping them. And if you aren't yet, please help out some of the new beginners so they can grow as players.
Yeah, it's all about the community, right? All right, thank you, Justin. And we got a lot more questions, but we are out of time, so this concludes our Q&A corner. Thank you guys so much for sending in all those great questions. So we are going to move on to our next segment, which is New Information Part 2. Yes! All right. So in this segment, we are going to tell you even more new info related to the game's second anniversary, and I will let the guests do all the heavy lifting. Hiroki-san, Justin, I will let you take it away.
はい。それではですね、皆さんお待ちの最新情報をお伝えしていきたいと思います。
We know a lot of you are looking forward to part 2 of the new information segment, so let's get down to it.
まずはね、3月のアップデート情報をお伝えします。
So let's talk about March.
最初はですね、アナザーストーリーをプレイすることで入手できるルシオのアップデート情報です。
So first I'd like to talk a little bit about Lucio, who you can get from playing another story.
3月23日のアップデートでルシオのリミットバーストが解放されます。
And his limit burst is going to become available on March 23rd.
All right, so let's take a look at his limit burst here. So his limit burst, Luminous Grace, can be unlocked by progressing in another story. It lowers the light resistance of targets within range of 3 turns, then deals large damage. We hope you look forward to using an even more powerful Lucio.
っていうね、楽しみにしていてください。
Very cool.
I hope you are looking forward to it.
はい、で次はこちらです。
Next up.
はい。
Getting better, getting better.
3月30日からですね、ビジョンカード、幻魔残機剣、ダークオーディンが登場します。
And starting on March 30th, there's going to be a new vision card added to the lineup called Phantasmic Renderer Dark Odin.
Man, that's cool. Look at that art.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
So, allow me to introduce some of the details. Its party ability is limited to ice and water units and raises their attack and maximum HP. At max level, it also increases unit attack resistance. When equipped, it will also give ice and water units a boost to Man-Eater and max HP. This is the first vision card to enhance 2 different elements, and all the buffs it grants will make it very handy in battle. Acquiring this vision card will also give you the Esper Dark Odin, which is a non-elemental Esper of UR rarity with stats that are a perfect match for slash attack units with evasive builds. Phantasmic Renderer Dark Odin will be released on March 30th, so don't miss out.
Don't miss out. はい、ありがとうございます。では次ですね。次は新たな要素、新明石のご紹介です。
And next up, we've got a new game system coming called the Trust Stones.
はい、3月23日から新たな機能として新明石が登場します。
And so this new feature is going to be implemented starting on March 23rd.
はい。
That's right. So Trust Stones are an item that can grant additional abilities such as attack up and defense up to Trust Master equipment. To forge a Trust Stone, you will need Trust Stone shards. 20 of these shards can be used to create 1 Trust Stone. After you forge a Trust Stone, you can set it to your Trust Master equipment to give it those extra abilities that I mentioned. If there are many different types of Trust Stones. If you equip the same type, your equipment will get a set effect bonus. For example, if you set 3 Assault type Trust Stones, you can get attack plus 10%, defense piercing rate plus 10%. These effects will really give your equipment a boost.
はい、新明石はですね、実際にちょっと使ってもらわないとやり方とか効果がわからないかなと思います。
With the trust stones, I think a big aspect of them is actually getting your hands on them and getting a feel for what they do and how they work.
はい、そこでですね、今回皆さんにぜひこのね、実際に新名石を使って、装備するところを体験していただきたいので、3月の23日の実装に合わせてですね、新名石のかけらを皆さんにプレゼントしたいと思います。
So of course the best way to actually get your hands on them is to literally get your hands on them, and that's why we're going to be giving away trust stone shards on March 23rd together with the implementation of the system.
はい、ぜひね、プレゼントボックスから、受け取っていただいてですね、試してみてもらえればなと思います。
And when they're sent out, you can receive them directly from your present boxes. So go to your present box and claim the rewards.
For sure. So, to summarize a little bit here, Trust Stones can grant your Trust Master equipment extra abilities. You need 20 Trust Stone shards to forge a Trust Stone. You can earn a set bonus by equipping Trust Stones of the same type, and we hope you will make a good use for these Trust Stones.
はい。新名石のね、レベルを上げたり、総合の、能力統合などにはね、アダマンタイトやドワーフの土、あとは秘伝書などを使用することになりますので、これらのね、アイテムも2周年を機により入手しやすいように調整をいたしました。
And if you want to raise a Trust Stone's level or to merge abilities of different Trust Stones, you can use items such as Adamantite, Dwarven Hammers, and Secret Books of Refinement. And of course, we know these are valuable items, so for the second anniversary, we're going to make it easier than ever to get your hands on them.
That's right. So, thank you very much for that, Hiroki. I look forward to this new feature very much. It gives players more freedom to customize their loadouts. So I hope everyone puts these Trust Master shards to good use to forge Trust Stones and combine them and get those set bonuses.
はい。それではね、次ですね。次のアップデート情報に行きます。
So let's continue right on down the line.
はい。3月23日からですね、ビジョンカードのサブ枠が開放されます。
On March 23rd, we're going to unlock the Vision Card subslot.
That's right. So these sub-slots will be unlocked once a unit reaches level 99. A Vision Card's stats, party abilities, and bestowed effects when set to the sub-slot will differ based on the number of times the Vision Card has been awakened. Vision abilities for the Vision Card in the sub-slot can be used when the card reaches level 99. Sorry, a lot of technical details. Vision cards will become more important than ever now that each unit can equip up to 2. Sorry. I can only imagine how powerful units will be with this new upgrade, so take this chance to think about how you will use your Vision cards.
はい。そしてですね、最後のアップデート情報です。
And now let's wrap things up with our final update.
はい。3月23日からですね、新しいアイテムとしてAmnesia Do が登場します。
A new item called Amnesia Do will be coming on March 23rd as well.
So, until now, you had to spend Visior to reset your Esper's training board, but soon you'll be able to use Amnesia Do to do the exact same thing. It's a tongue twister. We're looking into giving these away during events and campaigns, but you can receive Amnesia Do as a login bonus starting from March 23rd. So we will hope you will get a good use out of it.
はい。というわけでですね、非常にたくさんのアップデート情報でしたので、プレイヤーの皆さんもね、ちょっと覚えきれなかったかもしれないですね。
So there was actually quite a lot of information that we dropped on you all at once, and so I apologize if it's hard to take it all in.
はい。新名石やビジョンカードのサブワークなどはですね、確実にユニットが強くなりますので、絶対に皆さんね、ちょっと試してほしいなと思います。
But the big takeaway from the updates is that your units can be made stronger with Trust Stones and Vision Card subslots, so I hope you'll take advantage of these new systems and really beef up your units.
That's right. So, as we mentioned earlier, please try out those Trust Stone shards that you're going to get in your present box.
All right, thank you so much. That's definitely a lot of information, and it is not all because we have one more big, new, exciting announcement, and I'll let Hiroki-san take it away.
はい。続いてはこちらです。
All right, take a look.
はい、3月の23日水曜日の10時から0時から、4月26日火曜日23時59分の期間、ファイナルファンタジー6とのコラボが開催されます。
I'm happy to be able to share with you all that we'll be having the Final Fantasy VI collaboration running from March 23rd at midnight to April 26th at 11:59 p.m.
イエーイね、もう皆さんもねすでにご存知だと思いますがね、改めてファイナルファンタジー6のご紹介をしたいと思います。
Of course, this is one of the most storied games in the franchise, so most of you are probably familiar with it, but let's talk a little bit about Final Fantasy VI for those of you who might be a little new.
じゃあジャスティンお願いします。
Justin, if you would please.
I would be happy to. So, Final Fantasy VI is one of the most popular games in the Final Fantasy series, released in 1994 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Players will be able to customize their party members' abilities, magic spells, and summons with the acclaimed Magicite system. Final Fantasy VI features a robust roster of playable characters, each with their own stories, goals, and destinies. The story follows the War of the Magi, which left little but ashes and misery in its wake, and magic itself vanished from the world. 1,000 years later, humanity has rebuilt the world relying on machines and technology until they find a young girl named Terra with mysterious powers. The evil empire has kept her enslaved in an effort to harness these powers as a weapon, leading to a fateful meeting between Terra and a young man named Locke. Their harrowing escape from the Empire's clutches sets in motion a series of events that touches countless lives and leads to one inevitable conclusion.
はい、でファイナルファンタジー6はですね、ピクセルリマスターとしてですね、Steam App Store、Google Play、Amazon App Store ですね、などに、全世界向けに12言語を対応して、現在もですね好評配信中ですので、つい先月ね、出たばかりではありますので、ぜひ皆さんこの機会にプレイしてみていただければと思います。
And of course, just last month, Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster was released. It's completely 2D graphics, just like the old school graphics, and you can get it from Steam, the App Store, Google Play, and Amazon App Store as well. And it's available in 12 languages worldwide, and you can play it right now.
はい。ではね、コラボレーションに関して早速ちょっと見てみましょ
う。So let's take a look at the details of the collaboration.
はい。ファイナルファンタジー6コラボを記念して3体の新ユニットと新ビジョンカードが登場します。
So we will be releasing 3 new units and a vision card.
That's right. So we will be releasing on March 23rd, Locke, Terra, and Celeste will make their debut. And on March 30th, the vision card Omen will be released. Let's have a closer look at these units. First up, we have Locke.
はい。
Locke, the Hunter of Ancient Treasures, is a light type UR unit with a cost of 90. His unique job, Treasure Hunter, is a Vanguard Striker class. This job comes with abilities that raise his evasion rate, removes buffs before dealing damage, and reduce AP. Let's take a look at Sky Mirage Dive. Sky Mirage Dive lowers the target's slash attack resistance with returns and significantly lowers reaction ability activation rate before dealing large damage. That makes this limit burst particularly effective against foes with high slash resistance and reaction abilities, since it debuffs them before the attack is performed. All right, next up, let's take a look at Dispel Dagger. So Dispel Dagger removes all buffs from the target before hitting them with a large amount of damage. Similar to his limit burst, this ability is great because it makes the enemy more susceptible to your attacks. Next up, we have AP Hunt. So AP Hunt deals medium damage to targets within range and reduces their AP while restoring your own AP. It's almost like Locke is stealing the opponent's AP, though we all know he's no thief, he is a treasure hunter. Right, next up we have Adventurer's Wisdom. So, Adventurer's Wisdom raises unit attack resistance and reaction block rate of allies within the area around Locke with returns. Reaction block rate up is actually a new element added to the game. There are plenty of powerful abilities in the game, and this ability makes it possible to decrease your foe's activation rate and deal some damage in the process. The best part is you'll be able to get Locke as a login bonus on the first day of the collab, so don't forget to log in and add him to your ranks.
はい。 ロックのかけらをですね、今回ロックのかけらはですね、キャンペーンであったりとかショップ、交換所などで交換入手が可能です。
Unit shards for lock can be acquired from campaigns, shops, and exchange shops. Let's take a look at them.
はい。はい。ここに書いてあるようにですね、いっぱい書いてありますんで、これはちょっと読んでると長くなっちゃうんで、ちょっと読みませんけれども、ぜひね、こういったところでですね、手に入りますんで、ぜひね、あとかけらを、手に入れてもらえればなと思います。
So you can see on your screen a list of all the ways you can get unit shards for luck, and if we went through and read all of them, it would take quite a bit of time, and we're already running a little bit short, but you can see them on your screen right now.
はい。
Very cool.
はい。では続いては、ティナの紹介をさせていただきます。
Next up, let's talk about Terra.
All right, so Terra, the girl with the power of magic, is a UR fire type unit with a cost of 90. Her main job is Magitech Elite, which is a Vanguard spellcaster class. She specializes in magic attacks and magic dependent slash attacks. She also has abilities with guaranteed hit and disable that can give her the upper hand in battle. Let's take a look at Crescent Riot Blade. So her limit burst, Crescent Riot Blade, raises her spirit piercing rate for 3 turns, then deals large damage to targets within range based on her magic stat. This is a hard-hitting ability, this hard-hitting ability is sure to come in handy against foes with high spirit. Alright, next up we have Fire August Slash. So, Fire August Slash deals large fire damage to targets within range based on Terra's magic stat and bestows Ice Eater. It also has a chance of inflicting disable for 3 turns. This ability is particularly effective against iced units, and its potential to disable foes will also make it very useful in PvP matches. Next up, we have Magic Release. So Magic Release significantly raises the slash attack of allies within an area around Terra for 3 turns and raises her magic for 3 turns. Alright, next up we have Meltdown. So Meltdown deals a large amount of fire damage to targets within range based on her magic stat and also has guaranteed hit. Guaranteed hit will really come in handy against units with high evasion. Because Terra's abilities can raise the slash attack of allies and boost her own magic, this is a nice ability for her and slash type units like Rain.
はい。さらにですね、このメルトンは、グローバルオリジナルアップデートがあります。
Also, Meltdown will be getting a global exclusive upgrade as well.
EX が後にですね、アビリティボードを開放することで、メルトンの使用回数が3回から6回に強化されます。
So after you unlock the EX upgrade on her ability board, Meltdown will be increased in number of uses from 3 to 6.
で使用回数が増えることによってですね、ギルドバトルの2回戦目でも十分に活躍できる強力なアビリティになりました。
And so we think that the extra uses of this ability will make it very helpful in guild battles in case you want to use it in the second round.
はい。なのでね、ぜひ楽しみに待っててください。
So I hope you're all looking forward to it.
はい。では続いては、セリスの紹介をさせていただきます。
Next up, let's talk about Celeste.
Alright, so Celeste, the former general of the Gestalian Empire, is a water type UR unit with a cost of 90. Her unique job, Imperial Rune Knight, is a Vanguard magic tank. She can use Runic Blade to negate reflectable magic and raise her own durability and hate. Let's take a look at Elegant Spinning Edge. Her limit burst, Elegant Spinning Edge, deals large damage to targets within range based on her magic stat, and raises her all attack resistance for 3 turns, which should help safeguard her from any type of attack that might come her way. Alright, next up we have Runic Blade here. So, Runic Blade bestows the Runic Blade effect for 3 turns, which can negate 1 reflectable magic ability that targets allies. Let me say that over again real quick. Runic Blade bestows the Runic Blade effect for 3 turns, which can negate 1 reflectable magic ability that targets allies, including herself, and absorbs a portion of AP and TP consumed. It also bestows Shell for 3 turns. Runic Blade will nullify damage not only for Celeste, but her allies in range of the spell as well. This ability can be used twice, too, meaning you can utilize it even in the second round of guild battles. All right, so next up we have Rune Break. This ability, Rune Break, lowers a target's spirit for 3 turns, then deals medium damage based on her magic stat. This means you can inflict a fair bit of damage even on foes who are usually protected by their high spirit stats. And next up, we have Undefeated General's Pride. So Undefeated General's Pride increases Celeste's chance of being targeted and raises her unit attack resistance for 3 turns. Using this buff ability will entice enemies to focus on her, and will also make Runic Blade easier to use.
はい。以上ね、3体のユニットが今回の FF6 のコラボで登場します。
And those are the 3 units that are going to be available in this FF6 collaboration.
はい。そうですね、FF6 といえばですね、コラボ期間。はい。先ほどコラボの期間を、お伝えしたときに、期間がちょっと間違っていたようです。
1 second, we have a quick correction to the duration of the Final Fantasy VI collaboration event. The slide was correct, but what we said was incorrect. Is that the case?
Yes.
そうですね。
So let's go back to the slide.
So yeah.
このスライドが正しい情報です。
The correct date for the collaboration is what you can see on the screen here at the bottom of this slide.
はい。はい。はい。そしてですね、まあそうですね。今回 FF6 ということで、結構ね、先ほどヒロノさんの方からもありましたけど、ね、新たにピクセルリマスターという形で出ていますので、ぜひ皆さんプレイしていただきたいですね。
Of course, as thinking about Final Fantasy VI a little bit, as Hirono-san mentioned, the pixel remaster for 6 just came out. So why don't you give that a spin in preparation for the collab?
6はね、やっぱね、今回ね、ワーブ・ザ・ビジョンズには3人が登場しますけど、実際はもっとたくさんのキャラクターたちが出てきて、でその中で繰り広げられるドラマとか、群像劇が繰り広げられて、このワーブ・ザ・ビジョンズもね、たくさんのキャラクターが出てきて、さまざまなストーリーが展開するっていう面では、結構同じような感じがあるのでね、ワーブ・ザ・ビジョンズのストーリーが好きな人はね、絶対6も楽しめると思うので、ぜひね、この機会にプレイしてもらえればなと思います。
So in this collaboration, only 3 units are going to be appearing, but FF6 really has a huge cast of characters in much the same way that War of the Visions does. And the stories are also quite similar too, in the sense that there's a military conflict and a battle between empires. And people who enjoy the War of the Visions story will certainly be able to enjoy Final Fantasy VI's story as well. So if you haven't gotten a chance to play the game, now's the perfect time.
ヒロノさんはどうですか？
そうですね、ファイナルファンタジー6は当時からもそうでしたけども、ドットピクセルで描かれた最高峰のゲームだというふうにね言われてたりもしますし、ピクセルで描かれたファイナルファンタジーシリーズの中でも実はちょっと頭身が違ってたりとかしてですね、ビジュアル面でも相当新しいことやってましたし、ゲームシステムも非常に新しいこともやられてたし、さらにお話も世界観ももうまた見たことがないものを作り出してた、かなりぜひ一度ファイナルファンタジーファンを名乗るのであれば、プレイしてなきゃいけない作品の一つではありますので、ぜひこの際にですね、ピクセルリマスターでもう一回ね、遊んでみると、そうかと。当時はこういう感情でプレイできたけど、今やるとまた違う感情でプレイできるなっていうのはすごく再発見できると思います。そういう素晴らしい作品ですので、ぜひ皆さんプレイしていただければと思います。
So Final Fantasy VI was the last of the mainline true pixel games in the Final Fantasy series. And of course, even though the visuals might look a little bit retro now, at the time the game systems were incredibly new, and the way that the story unfolded and the world setting and the lore and all that stuff was completely immense in scope, and it was really unlike anything that we had ever seen to date. And if you consider yourself a true Final Fantasy fan, then you will have played Final Fantasy VI. And if you didn't, what are you doing? You should be playing Final Fantasy VI right now. But even if you played Final Fantasy VI before and you're coming back to it right now, you can look at it with completely different eyes than you did, 20, 25 years ago, whenever it was that you played it. You can think, oh, wow, these characters, they look a little bit differently to me now than I thought when they were younger. And having a new perspective on an old game is really an enjoyable experience in and of itself. So take this opportunity and try out Final Fantasy VI.
はい、ありがとうございます。では続いてですね、新ビジョンカード予兆の紹介です。
And now we're going to talk about the new vision card called Omen.
That's right. So Omen. Omen is a UR vision card with a cost of 70. Its party ability is limited to fire-type units and raises Man-Eater for magic attacks and also raises Spirit. At max level, it boosts missile attack resistance. When equipped to fire-type units, it will raise their fire attack and max HP.
はい。さらにですね、海外グローバル版限定の効果としてですね、ティナ限定で魔力と素早さがアップします。
And one other global original upgrade that we're making to Omen is that if you equip it to Terra, her magic and agility stats will increase as well.
はい。まあ、ティナはね、もちろんその非属性の魔法ユニットの全般に効果的な、アビリティなので、ぜひね、この機会にゲットすることをお勧めいたします。
So of course these are really, really great for Terra, but the Vision card also stands on its own as well for fire units and magic units. So you're going to want to take this chance and add it to your collection.
はい。というわけで、ユニットとビジョンカードについて説明をしてきましたが、ファイナルファンタジー6コラボの、コラボイベントキャンペーンの情報をお伝えしたいと思います。
And so now that we've talked about the units and the Vision card coming with this collaboration, let's take an eye on some of the events and campaigns.
続いてはイベントの紹介ですね。ジャスティン、お願いします。
So let's talk about the events. Justin, take it on if you will.
All right, of course. So, once the collaboration begins, players can look forward to seeing collaborative event quests. These will be available from midnight on March 23rd to 11:59 p.m. on April 26th. Not March, April 26th. You can get recipes for Locke, Terra, and Celeste's equipment from the EX quests. You'll also be able to get your hands on lots of training materials and exchangeable event medals, so don't be afraid to take on the challenge. They are very well worth the effort.
そうですね。今回ね、2周年の、特別企画としてですね、ロックのかけらをログインボーナスとか、あとは育成チャレンジミッションだけではなくてですね、イベントメダル交換所からも入手可能なイベント召喚券からも、ごめんなさい、イベントメダル交換所から入手可能なイベント召喚券からも、獲得可能になっています。
And one thing that we're doing, especially for the second anniversary, in celebration of the second anniversary, is that you can get Locke's unit shards not only from the login bonuses and the challenge missions, but also from the event summon tickets that you can get from the event medal exchange shop.
グローバルオリジナルで皆さんのためにね、普段よりも、よりこうかけらがね、手に入りやすくなるように調整をいたしました。
And our goal with this was that we wanted global players to be able to have extra ways to get their hands on as many shards as they can.
この機会にぜひね、ロックのかけらを集めてですね、クエストとか、あとはギルドバトルなどでね、活躍をさせてもらえればなと思います。
And so I hope you'll take the opportunity to get these unit shards and use them to enhance Locke so you can bring him into your quests or your guild battles or wherever you want to use him.
All right, so thank you for that. We also have a little announcement about Chocobo Expeditions. So, the event period from midnight, March 23rd, until 11:59, April 26th, Narsh Cliffs will be appearing as a limited time area in the Chocobo Expedition. You can get collab unit shards and event medals, so don't forget to send out your Chocobos. And also, as a final touch, the home screen will also change for the duration of the Final Fantasy VI collaboration. If you look carefully, you can see a familiar sight of Death Gaze and the falcon soaring through the sky. We put a lot of effort into the details on this one, so we hope you will all enjoy it as well. All right, I think that wraps up all the information that we have for you today.
So much.
So much. Thank you, Justin.
Thanks, Justin.
はい、ファイナルファンタジー6コラボはね、もう気合い入れたコンテンツを作りましたので、ぜひね、楽しんでもらえると嬉しいです。
We really put our all into making the Final Fantasy VI collaboration memorable, so please try out the collaboration and I hope you enjoy it.
繰り返しになりますけれども、ファイナルファンタジー6をまだプレイしたことないよという方とかですね、あとプレイした昔したけれどまたもう一回ね、昔やったんでもう一回やってみようっていう方はですね、先ほど紹介したピクセルリマスター版も発売してますので、ぜひこちらも遊んでみてください。
And of course, I said this before, but it definitely, I want to really impress this on all of you, but the Pixel Remaster did just come out and it's a wonderful adaptation of Final Fantasy VI. So whether you've never played Final Fantasy VI before or it's been a while since you last booted it up, now's the perfect chance to try it out and look at it with a fresh set of eyes.
All right, fantastic. So, Hiroki-san, Justin-san, thank you guys so much for all those updates. And that concludes our new information part 2 segment. Now, the time that you've all been waiting for, it is. We're almost out of time. We're about to say goodbye, but as is our custom here, we want to give away something to commemorate our 2nd anniversary live stream. And here they are! Check it out! Right in front of Hiroki-san, it looks like Christmas! So, can everybody see these? We've got the numbers on them and everything. We have 3 boxes of different sizes, and I think that everybody is going to be pretty happy with what's inside. Now, we cannot tell you what is in each one of these boxes, but we can, or like which one has which set, but we can tell you what these sets are. So, very quickly, here they are. Set A is 4000 Visior, Adamantite Assortment, Magicite XL Assortment, Secret Book of Refinement Assortment, and Dwarven Hammer Assortment. Now, Set B, which is in one of these boxes, we don't know which one, is the 2nd Anniversary Celebration 40 Select UR Unit Shard Summon Tickets, 2nd Anniversary Celebration 25 Select UR Vision Card Shard Summon Tickets, 300 Select Element Fragment of Thought Summon Tickets, and 300 Select Awakening Prison Summon Tickets. And finally, Set C. Again, we don't know which one of these boxes has which, but we are going to have 500 EXP Cube XL. We're going to have 500 Growth Egg MR, 300 Story Skip Ticket, 300 Event Skip Ticket, and 100 NRG Restore L. So there you have it. We have 3 boxes and 3 sets of prizes, and I'm pretty sure that everybody watching would like some of this nice loot. So Hiroki-san, we will be using these boxes to decide which gifts to give away. So let's get started. Since this is our 2nd anniversary, we are going to be opening 2 of these boxes. And which 2 will be decided by you, our beloved viewers. And as we did earlier with the quiz, we'll be using the YouTube survey feature to ask everyone to vote. So please choose which of these boxes you would like us to open. Let's get that poll started. Here we go. Box 1, box 2, or box 3. So there's a lot of really great loot in all of these, and we're opening 2 of them, but...
ね、なんか日本のね、古いお話で、こうボックスがあった時に小さいボックスを選んだら幸せになったみたいなね、なんかそんなお話もあったりしますね。
So one of the stories that we often tell here in Japan is that there's the tale of several different boxes. And in Japan, they say that the most unassuming box often has the best stuff in it. So maybe you want to take that in mind.
ただこれはグローバルバージョンのね、セレブレーションのイベントなんで、もうドストレートに大きいチェストには大きい宝がプライズが入ってる可能性もありますよね。
But of course, this is the global version that we're talking about, so it's possible that it's more of a European style of the most elegant box has the most elegant prize.
All right, well, it looks like we have lots of votes pouring in, so let's find out what our vote percentages are. Let's take a look. And this always takes a second. That's all good. Let's see what kind of percentages we got. Yep, everybody is blowing up, and it looks like 35, some. Okay, 30,000 votes for box 3.
Box 3.
Box 3. Okay, so we got 30,000. Okay, cool.
ではじゃあボックス3開けます。
Box 3, here we go.
Let's go.
Setsi!
Ooh, that is good loot right there. So, once again, 500 EXP Cube XL, 500 Growth Egg MR, 300 Story Skip Ticket, 300 Event Skip Tickets, and 100 NRG Restore L. Setsi. That was fantastic. All right, so let's find out who got the second. Oh, yeah, let's have it. Alright, so
じゃあ僕がいいですか？3と2でしたっけ？
もう1。
So can I say something? 3 and 2 was it? 1?
1と2でもう一回投票ですね。
あ、もう一回投票。
Oh, so we're going to do another vote between 1 and 2.
Okay, one more vote between 1 and 2. Let's get that poll open. Let's start the poll. Do we have the poll? Are we doing another poll, or are we just going with the numbers that the votes that we just got? Okay. Apparently, yes, we are going to do another poll. Just wait for that in the comment section real quick. So, 1 and 2. There we go. Okay, so place your votes now. 1 and 2. Which one shall we open? Okay, so it looks like Hirono-san's going to open 2 if it's 2. And Hiroki-san's going to open box 1. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to get both Hirono-san. Alrighty. And everybody, make your votes. Which do you think it is? Oh, okay. So I just got the signal. We're closing out the votes. We're going to find out how many votes we got for which one, box 1 or box 2. Let's figure this out. All right, looks like box 1 has 62 votes and box 2 37. So box 1 wins.
Box 1?
Box 1, 62%. 62%. It wasn't 62 votes, obviously. Yeah, 62%. So box 1, let's open that guy up. And what have we got? We have a set A! 4,000 Visior, Adamite Assortment, Magicite, XL Assortment, Secret Book of Refinement Assortment, and Dwarven Hammer Assortment. Oh, that was so very exciting. That's a lot of fun. So, you know, this is always like one of the best parts, these little giveaways. So, anyway, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody all over the globe, thank you so much for joining us.
まあちょっとね、ちょっといいですか？
Hang on one second.
まあちょっとね、さっき僕がね、小さいやつがいいんじゃないとか言ってみんなそれに寄ってしまったっていうのもあったんでまあせっかくね、まあ、今回2周年ですけど、これから3周年に向かうということで、もうね3つ開けちゃってもいいんじゃないかということで、もう3番目も開けちゃいましょう。
So I feel kind of bad because I kind of guided everybody to box number 3, which didn't exactly have the prize that it seemed you all wanted. But, you know, this is the 2nd anniversary, and the 2nd anniversary means, of course, that we're starting our 3rd year. So let's take a look at box number 3, the 3rd box.
はい、というわけで3つ目、ドン!
So here we go.
Set B!
Set B!
Set B as well! So we're getting all of them. Set B, of course. 40 select UR unit shard summon tickets, 25 select UR vision card shard summon tickets, and 300 select element fragment of thought summon tickets, and 300 select awakening prism summon tickets. We got all 3 sets, everybody! That's that Hiroki magic. We love it. And it looks like we're getting tons of comments in the Hiroki power, Hiroki magic. Yeah, we love it. All right, yeah, no, just loving lots of Hiroki-sama daisuki.
Thank you.
Hiroki-sama.
Thank you, thank you. まあ皆さんにね喜んでいただけて大変嬉しいですね。
I'm just happy to see that you guys are all excited.
ハートすごい。
Look at those comments.
Yeah, it's great.
我々もいっぱいハートあげますから。
そうそうね。
Don't worry, we love you guys too.
All right, well, Hiroki-san,
そうですね。
if you have any closing comments for us.
そうですね。まあまあプレイのね皆さんにもすごい喜んでいただけてね、本当に我々みんな嬉しいです。
Of course, what makes us happy is seeing you all happy. So we're glad to see the smiles on your faces via the internet.
はい。まあワールドビジョンズがね2年間続いてきたのも本当皆さんのおかげですから、まあ少しでもね恩返しができればなと思っています。
And of course, we wouldn't be able to reach this wonderful milestone without the support of you, all our players. So thank you very much.
あとね、まあちょっとこれ、まあ事前に話はしてないんだけど、本当は言っちゃっていいかどうかなってちょっと思うことが一個あるんですけど。
言っちゃえ言っちゃえ。
So there's something that I'm not exactly sure if I'm supposed to share this with you or not because we didn't discuss it in rehearsal.
まあこれね2周年をまあ迎えたということで記念してですね、グローバルのオリジナルユニットを作っております。
And so actually I'd like to share with you that in celebration of the 2nd anniversary, we've created a new global original unit.
はい。ね、登場がまた近づきましたら詳しくお知らせしますので、そういうのがあるんだなってちょっと心に留めといてもらえればなと思います。
And of course, exact details will release to you as it gets a little bit closer to the date. So for now, we just hope you're excited and looking forward to it.
はい。どうですかね。なんか
誰だろう、どんなキャラクターなんだろう。
Everybody is taking their guesses. Yep, like woo.
Now, what character do you think it'll be, everybody?
Yes, Hiroki for president, somebody is saying. That's another good one. All right, so thank you so much, Hiroki-san, for all that. And so now let's quickly review the presents that everybody can look forward to getting from this live stream. Here's what you'll be getting. Check out these slides. All right, so it's too much. I'm not going to read all of this, but just look very quickly. There's all kinds of stuff here, so just keep an eye on those present boxes. And wow, that's a lot of stuff. す
ごいたくさんありますね。
All right.
Look at all those gifts.
And that's not all. Here's another one. Here's another slide of stuff. Yeah, so look at that. Affinity Residence Key 20. Yeah, 20 JP keys. Wow, man. Get 500 Adamantine XL as well. Oof, that's good. And oh no, here's another slide. Yet another slide. Wait, how many more are there? Are we giving away too much here?
ちょっとこれでね、2周年をぜひ楽しんでいただきたいなと思っております。
And of course, we hope you take all these gifts and really enjoy the second anniversary.
Well, we never disappoint with the giveaways. I love it. Thank you so much. So everybody, please do not forget to log in and claim all of the swag, all the goodies. And finally, we have 2 requests for all of our viewers out there. The first is regarding the player survey that we are currently doing. Let's take a look at this thing. We would love to hear all of your opinions on War of the Visions, and you'll be able to receive 200 Vizor just for sharing them. And the survey is available from today until March 25th at 11:59 p.m. 23:59 in military time. And you can find the link to the survey in the description for this live stream. And the other request is another survey. If you have the time, we would love for you to take a look and let us know your thoughts and feedback about this live stream. I'm sure we've been reading the comments, so we've seen quite a bit. But yeah, if you could please fill out a survey and let us know. That survey URL is also in the description. So please do take it if you do have time. And on our first survey, we would love to hear what character's story everybody would like to see, and also what kind of collaborations you would like to see within the thing. So yeah, this is where you make your voice heard about like what you want to see and what kind of collaborations there might be. So everybody, please do take that survey. If you have the time. Thank you so much. And well, that is about all the time that we have. So before we go, let's just get one final comment from everybody. And Justin, if we can start with you, please.
Oh, me first? Okay. Let's see here. So, I'm full screen. It's been it's been 2 years here for War of the Visions, the global version, and it's been a pretty awesome 2 years. It's almost been 2 years for myself here at Square Enix. So I appreciate each and every one of you out there that have watched me being awkward in the live streams and the videos and everything else. But more importantly, I thank you all for playing the game, sharing your feedback, and those out there that are just really trying to make the game a better place for everybody else. Thank you all, and I hope to see you for far into the future.
All right, thank you, Justin. Okay, and Hiro-san.
はい。はい、本当ね、2周年、迎えられましたのは本当に皆さんのプレイヤーの皆さんのおかげです。本当にありがとうございます。
First off, I'd like to again reiterate that we are celebrating our second anniversary thanks to support of you, our steadfast fans.
これね、毎回こう生放送で言ってるんですけれども、ちょっとね、世界中が今そのパンデミックの状況になっていて、非常にね、こう辛い思いをされている方もいるかもしれないんですけど、本当そっちね、辛い思いをされている方に関しては、本当お見舞いを申し上げます。
And I've said this in the past live streams that we've had over the past couple years, but since we are dealing with a global pandemic, I am aware that many of you are having difficulties in your lives because of this. And I'd like to express my deepest sympathies to anyone who has been suffering as a result of what's going on.
はい。でね、またこのパンデミックの状況でですね、本来であればですね、皆さんの街に行ってですね、我々みんな行ってですね、で実際にこうプレイヤーの皆さんと触れ合う機会っていうものをね、本当は持ちたいなと思ってるんですけど、まだちょっとね、それができない状況ではありますので、ぜひね、それができるようになったら、こういった、ファンミーティングみたいなものもですね、企画したいなと思っています。
Of course, originally these kind of fan events and live streams are things that we would like to do with you in person, and I would really like to, go to your towns, go to your cities, to wherever you live across the world, and meet all of you and talk to all of you in person. But because of the situation in the world being what it is right now, unfortunately, it's not something we can make a reality at this time. But when things look a little bit better, I hope to be able to go to your countries and talk with you all in person.
でまたですね、この、ライブストリームという形で今我々日本から、お送りしてるんですけれども、このような形でですねライブストリームを開催できたのもですね多くのスタッフのみんなの力があってこそです。スタッフのみんなにもですね感謝をしたいと思います。
But the fact that we're able to bring you this live stream from Japan is thanks to not everyone you see on camera, but everyone behind the scenes as well. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the staff who's been working really hard to bring you this live stream.
今回のこの放送ね、もう今更言うのかという話でもあるんですけど、実は反対字でも同時に通訳して放送されていてですね、その通訳されている方もねいろいろ大変だと思うんですけど、本当ありがとうございました。そしてまた反対字放送を見ている方々も本当にありがとうございます。
And I'd like to also call a special call out to the Chinese interpreters who are with us today. They've been having a really difficult time having to do everything simultaneously as opposed to afterwards like we're doing here in English. So congratulations, good work by the Chinese translators, and to all of our Chinese fans, thank you for watching.
はい、そしてですね、あと本当にこのWar of the Visionsっていうのが2年を迎えられたと、このWar of the Visionsで、それもですね、やっぱり兄弟のタイトルであるファイナルファンタジーブレイブエクスビアス、こちらのねと一緒にこう歩んでこれたっていうのも非常に大きかったかなと思っております。
And again, we're celebrating our second anniversary here with you today. And War of the Visions and our Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, sister title Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, have been able to walk this road together. And I think it's thanks to the joint efforts of the two titles that we're able to share this moment with you today.
はい、そのですね、ファイナルファンタジーブレイブエクスビアスの、スタッフであるシャーリーにですね、特別な感謝を送りたいと思います。ありがとうございます。
And of course, I'd like to make a special call out to Shally as well, who unfortunately is no longer with us. But Shally did many wonderful things for the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius universe. And so we'd like to say a special thank you to Shally for everything she's done for us.
これからもぜひ、ブレイブエクスWar of the Visionsをよろしくお願いいたします。
And I hope you continue to enjoy War of the Visions.
All right, thank you very much, Hiroki-san. Hirono-san.
はい。そうですね、長時間にわたり、皆さんご視聴いただき本当に今日はありがとうございました。2周年のお祝いをこうやって皆さんと迎えることができて、非常に、嬉しく思っております。
First off, I'd like to start by thanking everyone who stayed with us for the duration of the broadcast. We know it was a long one, but thank you for staying with us towards the end. And I'd also like to express my appreciation to you, our fans, for supporting the game over this long period of time.
はい、これこれまで支えてくださった方々のためにもというか、そしてこれからね、いろいろゲームプレイを引き続き続けていく皆さんのためにもですね、スタッフ全員で全力で、より良いゲーム体験、そして皆さんをこうずっと楽しんでいただけるような施策、たくさん考えて、面白いゲーム作っていきたいと思いますので、引き続き応援のほどよろしくお願いします。
And of course, not just in thanks for your support, but in also to continue to provide you with a wonderful gaming experience going forward. The entire team is going to keep working very hard to bring you even more wonderful experiences that you've gotten used to from playing War of the Visions. And I hope you will continue to enjoy the game that we're providing to you.
はい、でこの状況でね、一番楽しめることで我々が提供できることってこういうエンターテインメントであり、ゲームでの体験だと思ってますし、これを引き続き続けて、今日の話も出ましたけど10年、しっかりと続けるような作品に、していくことが我々がですね、皆様にできる、恩返しというか、ことだと思いますので、ぜひぜひ、よろしくお願いします。
And of course, as a gaming company, our job is to provide you with wonderful, unforgettable experiences that you can't get anywhere else. And we hope to make War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius the kind of game that you can enjoy for many, many years to come. We've mentioned 10 years anniversary as our goal. And we're going to keep working hard to bring you those unforgettable game experiences that we've been hopefully bringing to you to date so far. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And with that, we have reached the end of our second anniversary live stream for War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. We'd like to send you off with a special video of the War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius song that was performed live during the broadcast in Japan. Thank you all for watching, and we hope you continue to play the game and be part of this great community. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Or shall we?